Hey guys, before the video gets started, I'd like to show you guys how you guys get notified on when we upload new content, whether it being beat videos, tutorials, or beat sessions. Just go to the subscribe button, click it, you'll be subscribed, and then click this, send me all notifications for this channel, save. And what that'll do is you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. Now time to get into the video. So what's the word, my guys? Let me know. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing right now? I'm just gonna be making the beat while I talk to you guys. So what's the word, Brody? I'm gonna go in the piano roll. Oh, what beat should I make? I don't know what mood I'm in right now. Change that shit. That's shit gonna be. Nope. I kinda like that. But can we make that a faster attack, you think? What we cooking? We're just cooking up a beat right now. Nothing in particular. I'm trying to chat with y'all, checking in with the chat. What are you guys up to? This is a what's the word section. The next thing that we're going to be doing was I'm going to be discussing how you guys could diversify your sound. And then after that section, TPlay is actually going to be joining us, and he's another producer we're going to be talking about how you could diversify your money. So if you stay with us long enough, we're going to get to the point of talking about how you could change up your money and make money as a producer, and how you really don't need to be so reliant on things. And in my opinion, I'd say the whole premise of it is figuring out what you're good at bringing value to. Everyone's a little bit different. That's not bad, but it's just something about this edit. Oh, sweet. Too bad I don't know how any of this fucking shit works. I think this is exactly what I was needing, but what's up with everyone? How many more people can we get in here? What's the word? Let's go ahead and insert a new one. We keep that. I might put it in the back a little more. What am I looking for? Yes, top piano. beat. What's the word? Man, Saturday night is not a good night. It seems like the live stream for people. Interesting. Probably in another 15 minutes, we're going to go ahead and start the how to diversify your sounds. Which we're going to start talking about, like, how you guys can, like, get more sounds out of what you got and maybe sound different from the crowd with your music. Ain't gonna make the cut. Yep, and Ian, hence we are back at it. This is a podcast episode 2, Beats and More. I'm gonna try to figure out a better name for this because that is a very generic name. I'm open to people's suggestions for a name. I just wanted to do a podcast and I knew exactly how I wanted to do it, the layout, how everything was gonna go. Just didn't have the name. And still don't have the name. I don't want to call it the Beat It AT P podcast because that's lame as fuck. But so I said Beats and More podcast, a producer's podcast. Anyways, in this podcast, we're in the What's the Word section. Then we're gonna go into the how to diversify your sound. I'm gonna be talking about how you could get more out of your essentially your sounds and drum files that you already got and VSTs and all that shit. I should probably get the camera a little bit more. Hold up. Bear with me. Where is this cable going? It's a very interesting way. Interesting. Yeah, so how to diversify your sounds. Then after that, we're going into how to diversify your money. And then I'm actually going to have a guest on hit play. And we're going to talk about exactly what you can do to make money doing producing and doing music while also not being a scamming fuck and while also doing it the proper way, I guess. Just being a good dope person. Not to say there's people scamming, but just like how to really evaluate everything. I even got a chart. I'll probably pull up the chart where the hourly rates you should be charging for the different music mixing mastering services. So we're gonna try to go over a lot of shit. Finagle. Let me hold on. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, I'm in the camera fairly well. That's a little bit better. Oh, cool. Perfect. Now 101 podcast production, 101 podcast, Beat It AT P&P. Production 101 podcast, late night cookups. Yeah, but if I did late night cookups, that means I always got to do the podcast late night, and I think I'm just doing it late night right now because I'm a fool that doesn't go to sleep when he should. As you guys witnessed last night, I was up till, I don't know, 7 a.m. live streaming, acting like a fool on live stream. But we had a fun time, I thought. It was fun. Yikes, this is going to be very debatable what this is going to sound like. Bear with me. Ghost beat. I'm going to have to really, it'll be really annoying if it's not Ghost beat. Hell no. Actually, hold on. We might actually win something here if I do something. Behind the stew. While I'm walking, so I'm gonna keep thinking of names. Hey man, walk safely. But yeah, I'm really trying to think of names. Is the current name bad? Beats and More Producers Podcast. I think it might be a little long, but I thought it was pretty cool. I could be wrong though. Switch it up. How about the average producer? the average producer. Is that a diss towards me? I don't know about that. The average producer. Nah, I don't know about that one. Now we might get something right there, boys. Oh, dude, I need to get a better chair. I'm going to be working on a beat for about another, I don't know, like 8 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't want to set too much of a time. I figure we'd go make this podcast about, I don't know, an hour and a half long. But, yeah, so. Oh, fuck. What was I thinking? I didn't do this. Control. Did I do the 808? Yeah, I did. Alright, cool. just slide. Alright, you like the name that I got now? Might as well keep it. Fuck it. Spread. I was having this one problem last night. What? We having a problem. Having video output low. YouTube's not receiving enough video. Interesting. Are we having video problems? Shit, I do got a, I fear if I plug in the, we're not having video problems, are we? Just tell me the stream health is red. This one's let me know if we are having buffering or any loading issues, guys. Just let me know. Oh, looks like it's back to green. Well, there we go. Show hide the whiteboard. I got this cool little thing. Look at this shit. I could draw boxes. Really, what my point is, I could do this shit now. And then you'd be able to see what I'm talking about, and I can draw it out now. So this makes tutorials a whole lot better. So it's gonna be a fun time when we do more tutorials and shit. And let me know if we have any buffering issues. What up, London? So we're gonna be starting on that second section, how to diversify your sounds, relatively soon. Yeah, we're just chilling. This is like just a chill session for the podcast. First part of the podcast is always just chill out, make a beat, talk. Then we go into some of the topics. So the topics we got today is how to diversify your sounds, how to diversify your money in music. And then we're gonna be playing your music, my music. We're gonna be playing beats. We're gonna be playing just a whole bunch of shit. I'm gonna be playing new music, upcoming music, release music. I'm just trying to get music for you guys to get to hear as well. I'm gonna be playing your guys' music. So I put a Discord link in the description. You guys can join the Discord, and then we got a channel for music submissions and such, music and beat submissions. And then actually, TPlay is gonna be joining us for how to diversify your money. Him and I really just gonna be chatting and talking about like how you could be making different money. I'm gonna pull up like a whiteboard. We're gonna chat. So yeah, I'm gonna continue making a beat. I'm gonna honestly probably just save this one. I'm gonna spend more time later doing it. I got this pack of samples. I might just do a sample real quick. We'll see what's up. This guy's pack. Mind linking me to Omni. Do you have Omnisphere? Sounds dope. Yeah, I have Omnisphere. Yeah. Hell no. Stretch that shit out. Beat. I don't know. This is like another song sample. I just found this in a folder that some dude made. So I'm gonna knock this up to 150. What we think about this beat? I'm just doing different shit to the sample. Hold on. I'm gonna try out this one drum kit. This is we're just kicking it. Let me know what you guys are up to right now. I'm just booling, making this beat. Gonna what else? We got some topics coming up. How to diversify your sounds, how to diversify your money, well, how to diversify your sounds, like how to use more sounds, and pretty much maximize what you got. And then we're gonna go and also making just a more unique sounding beat. Um, then we're gonna go into how to diversify your money. Then hit play, another producer that I know who makes super fire beats and who sells beats and runs a business. Also, we also sell his drum kits or micro kits over at beatat.com. Those are, that's a good idea. I'm gonna use some of his. That's a good idea. I'm gonna use some of his kits right now. But and then yeah, he's gonna be joining us, and we're gonna be talking about how to diversify your money, make some more money, whether it's side cash, living, how to properly make money doing music, and all that other jazz. Then after that, I'm gonna be playing my music, your beats, my beats. We're just gonna be kicking it and chatting, and yeah. So, I mean, it's gonna be a pretty chill time. I'm gonna probably wrap this beat up. I'm just do a couple of drum things, and we'll call it a wrap. And then I'm gonna go into how to diversify your sounds and such. So, um. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do two beats. Alright, some scabs. Does someone have the scabs? Next set can make up the I'm sure somewhat though if you don't have the money from me. This drum kit is the micro kit by Hitplay. You can get it at beatat.com. Specifically, this one is a loud and lean one, but the drum samples I'm using are mostly from the Achilles kit. Hitplay is actually going to be joining us for how to diversify your money. So, yeah, this is the second episode of the podcast. We got a couple people in here now, so we might as well just go ahead and get started. um, into the first topic, which is how to first main topic, which is how to diversify your sounds. Bear with me 1 second. So we're gonna talk about how to diversify your sounds. What can you do? Let's say you don't have Omnisphere, like how you guys are talking about it right now. You guys are discussing. I see what drum kit is this Nexus can make up for Omni somewhat, though, if you don't have the money for Omni. That was by Alex. Alec? Yeah, Alec R. Yeah, that's true. You can. Even, like, we'll get into it. I'll show you guys how to do some stuff. And then London goes, yeah, kind of, but Omni has better sounds. Yeah, I would agree. Omni, like, out of the box, I would prefer Omni sounds more than Nexus. Nexus has this really early 2000 really watery, saturated, thick sounds. They sound very fake for the most part. Well, actually, yeah, all of them do. Whereas Omni has very realistic, high processing, a lot more functions. You could create sounds from scratch. You could do a whole bunch of stuff. It's a better plugin overall. Way worth the money. Way worth it. Um, However, Omni Nexus is a very good plugin, but it is just older. Omnisphere it's just a much different engine. So I'm gonna go into how to diversify your sounds, I guess, right now. So in this section for this beat, I'm just making the beat. There's really nothing that interesting. I just got some different drums. One way of diversifying your sounds is if you did if you just use other people's drum kits. Like if you use other people's drum kits that aren't, I guess, like your own or your natural ones, you can get a different sound. That's clear. That's obvious. So I'm actually not gonna write that one down so much. But when you do get into when you start getting to the point where a lot of the drum kits do sound the same, there's very minimal differences between them. You can actually end up just creating your own drums, and well, you could create your own drums by many different ways. You could there's VSTs you could do by processing them. There's you could just record your own hands for claps. You could bang something, bang like an instrument, like get like something hollow and bang it. You could get like what would be a good example of like a I'm trying to figure out how to do a good. Yeah, this could be like a rim. You just do some EQ, compression. Dude, you could do a whole bunch of shit, and you can make your own sounds by doing that. Super easy stuff. Get some other elements and sprinkle it on top. Start layering your sounds. So, create your own drums. So you could create your own drums, and that'll be one way of well, you guys can't see my. Bear with me. Oh. But I know that. Anyways, you can create your own drums, and bloody fucking hell, I'm getting used to this new software. It's just it's gonna be a new way of showing notes. Let's pull up this one project. Don't touch my honey. Save changes, sure, whatever. I'm gonna pull up this one project. I'm gonna show you guys layering. So So in this project, I was layering a lot of sounds. So if I pull up this, one way to diversify your sounds is by layering multiple sounds on top of each other. And when you do that, they're gonna kind of create this whole like new composition. A lot of people kind of know this, but a lot of people also don't know this. A lot of beginning producers don't really realize if you find complementing sounds, you can stack them and it kind of creates a new element. So if I look into this, the main instrument for this beat is this ambient piano. If you guys haven't heard it, this is the instrumental for What's Up Odie's Mean song. I'll probably play it later today. But, so here's what this piano sounds like, just a piano. So the other element I had was this. What up, DB? And then, so when I have that element, then I will, before I even continue, I then have another a massive VST. That's not massive VST. A VST called Massive, which is another, like kind of like Silent One or Serum. It's really very similar. Doesn't use wavetables, I don't believe, but it uses oscillators and modulations. But anyways, it's like a very digital, like plucky, synthy sound. So I combine that with the Omnisphere whistle. And that's kind of like, and then, but without that, just a piano. But then wait, a little bit thicker. It gets thicker. Now it has like a little bit more characteristic texture. And it's all the same exact melody. I'm not changing up the melody. It's just like copy, paste, copy, paste. And I'm using Omnisphere piano, Omnisphere whistle, and then this massive. So honestly, I could have combined the Omnisphere I could have done it all in one instance, but this is just easier. What up, Chris Fontnot? What up, DB? Alec R. How you feel about Silent One? Is that how it's spelled? Yeah, that's how it's spelled. Silent One. Silent One is pretty good. I just like Serum so much more. I think Serum is a monster. Like, oof. I recently just bought some packs and stuff. I'm trying to get my Serum game on, dude. That shit is so good. That song's kind of sus, but yeah, I love Serum. Silent One is cool. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't use it that much. Another way you could diversify your sounds would be create your own sound patches. So I'm gonna go into this one project I got. Well, before that, I then layer this other sound on the What's Up Woody beat. OBS, so I apologize. But yeah, so there's that. I'm not gonna save it. So I layered a whole bunch of sounds and it created this whole new composition. Can you make a reverse music video? What up, Moody? I don't know what you mean by reverse music video. This is our how to diversify your sounds section. So now this video will also go up later on the YouTube channel because I am also recording. But let me double check. Yep, we are. Let me pull up this one song. I actually created my own synth for it, but it's based off of another person's synth, so I don't want to take too much credit. for it, but it is like I did create it. It's not bop that. Not swing. Give me a second. Alright. I'm gonna cross my fingers I can pull this up. This is gonna probably use up a lot of CPU. It's loading this project. I'm gonna show you guys the sound I created. If it doesn't load, I'll just play the beat. But my point is, I created that sound in Serum. But the whole point is you really got to make sounds, and I'm trying to think of another way you could diversify your sounds. Oh yeah. By download sounds from different. So buy and download sounds from different sources. So don't just get one sound. Always diversify the shit. Like, don't stick just to the trap drum kits. Don't just stick to the pop drum kits. Don't just stick to the EDM ones. Always try to like find, because I found a lot of fire sounds and like drum kits you would not expect to find like fire sounds, and I'm like, damn, I'm impressed. So also shows you like if you get other people's stuff, you kind of figure out how. Sorry about that. We got crashed because of OBS and FL. That project did not want to open. I'm sorry. So I kept the video. We still got the video. Thankfully. Hopefully we got everything. And yeah, so we're good. We're gonna be moving on to the next section. I think we talked about how to diversify your sounds a little bit. I know it was kind of like distracting and a little out of orthodox or confusing. So now we're gonna be doing how to diversify your money. I'm gonna soon get hit play on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. That OBS shout out. The FL Studio project crashed it, and so we're all good now. We're not gonna be doing an FL. We're gonna actually be talking about how to diversify your money in music. So yeah, I think this will help a lot of people that are trying to make a living out of music. So, how do I do full screen? View. Read mode. Yeah, that's cool. Ooh, that's bright. It's a bright screen. Yeah, part 3, how to diversify your money. Also, we're gonna be going over how to make money right now. Essentially, black rectangle. So, we're going to be talking about how to make money through your music production career and all that shit. Um, Let me see. Hit play. Let me mess. General. If you guys want to get the submit music, use the Discord. We're gonna be playing through you guys' music. Go find a song, like, and copy. Hit play. You ready? I'm gonna invite you to the podcast host and guest. Da 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 da. Okay. Move to. You here?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on. Here, I was watching the stream, so it's kind of lagging.
Okay, yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, so it'd probably be best just to turn off the volume for that.
Yeah, I'm turning off the live now.
Alright, cool. Um, yeah, so we're gonna also upload this video on YouTube later, so for, I guess, people to watch it later, since only a limited amount of people are watching the stream right now. So I guess I will, I'll just make little notes whenever we get a little point done or whatever. There's no really, I just figured it would be probably best just for us to discuss about how we made music and how people can make music, and also, like, I guess, like, the proper way to make music, because I feel like there's sometimes those instances when, like, people don't have, how I say, like, they'll be selling just, like, selling stuff that's just not, like, what its quality. Like, people selling beats when, this is a better one, people selling beats when they haven't really got their craft properly. Like, they're
Yeah,
still.
exactly. They haven't mastered the craft yet, so they're still not. I like because I think I can speak on this a little bit because I've noticed community around Houston, right? Like I know a couple producers, and I've given lessons and I've helped people out, and it's crazy how quick people will catch on that want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But like I mean, just some of the basic stuff that people need to at least kind of get down first. Like you need to know music theory,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
all of it. I mean, you got to know scales and basic chords. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In
Exactly.
key and what's not in key. Because I mean, I just heard a beat the other day from one of them. It was mixed great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I think mixing is one of the last things you should kind of focus on. Because I mean, if the content in the song isn't good in the first place, no amount of mixing is going to help you. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah. But, like, you can't be selling your stuff, like, when you just jump in. It not only are you not really providing the best because if you're selling beats, you're kind of like needing to up the bar for the rapper or creating the level of standard. So you're not really helping any rapper by giving them bad beats. So you're gonna build a bad relationship. It's better to focus on your craft, or like you and a rapper to have the understanding of, like, hey, we're both beginners. Let's try to build upon with each other, and, like, not do it for a monetary thing, just so you could get better over time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I did when I first started.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was lucky enough to have a group of three rappers, and I had a friend who we kind of turned to one of his. We talked to his grandma about it because you know they were cool about it, and we talked to his grandma, and she's like, yeah, you can turn this one guest room into a studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we just kind of started all practicing and recording, and that's how I kind of learned how to record vocals. I made a little extra money here and there because I was like, hey, I need to pay for I need to pay for a new mic, or like I need to pay for a preamp or something, right? Like stuff that we all needed, and we all just kind of chipped in.
Yeah, exactly.
We all kind of grew together, and we all kind of learned together. You know, now it's like
Yeah,
3 or 4 of us out of that, we're kind of like an inseparable team. We're all kind of working together, and it's kind of because of them too. Is like why I'm pretty much successful because I wouldn't even be here without them. You know?
mm-hmm. Exactly. Like, sorry, I messed up on my spelling, but yeah, like, exactly. Like, even with me and my co-producer, like I when I was learning to produce, I wasn't musically talented in, like, theory and such. So, like, but my co-producer Tony, he's been playing the violin, like his whole damn life and knows how to do other shit and like has an understanding of like music theory, reading music, and so like we bounced back ideas, and I knew the technology part and mixing part of things, and he knew the theory, and so we were able to produce like over time. Like dude, like I feel like we grew like so much faster.
Yeah, because you were filling in each other's gaps.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And it was like I was like in shock. Like,
It's funny that you say that too, because like I got a guy. I'm gonna name drop because I don't know what he wants his producer name to be or what he's gonna do. Because we were talking recently about him helping me because like he can sit there and he can write MIDI patterns all day long, right?
mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, hey, well, I'll help you if you help me like extra theory, right? And he's actually going to school for music theory.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, he actually knows way more than I like. It's funny because like we're both music nerds, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Me not so much, but he's like, hey, I learned about a new chord today, and I'm like, oh yes. As soon as he tells me anything he learns about, like what was it? It was like it was called, I think it was a mu chord or something like that, or a mu chord,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And it was like he gave me the major spelling for it, right? Like he spelled it out. And he's like, yeah, this is what it is. And I played it on my keyboard, right? And I was like, man, this sounds super way happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was me that I was like, okay, well, I'll just make this a minor chord. I made it minor. It was the darkest chord heard, and like I was like, man, this would be really cool in like trap music, right? So I just like I kind of used what he told me,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, okay, and I made a trap beat for it. It's probably one of my favorite beats that I've made in a while because it's just different.
Yeah.
Recently talking about like how to diversify your sound, different playing styles too, and learn how to play your chords and like write out stuff differently, and the standard like chord progression with like a top melody over it.
Yeah. I mean, like when you change up like your whole like the structure of your like yeah melodies and your whole approach of like structuring the whole main chord progression melody etc that's going to change up your whole sound as well, and it can like level you up as like a producer in like some sense because then it's opened you up to a whole new world of things. So yeah, I mean like that's another way, and that takes some practice and time getting used to.
Oh
um
yeah, nothing happens overnight, and that's another thing too. You were talking about like people getting their beats up to that quality. It's like nothing. You're not going to be a superstar in a month, 3 months, 6 months. It's like it's taken me 6 to 7 years now just to get to the point where I was actually I'm not even making that much money yet.
mm-hmm.
But I mean I'm making money from my music because I put in the time to be like, okay, well if I'm going to put anything out, even at all, like it needs to be quality. It needs to be able to compete with
Yeah.
who are selling beats now. Like if you can't if I feel like if you can just honestly ask yourself and put your track next to like I don't know who's a I think we were talking about Mantra before, right? Like that might
Yeah.
just be a poor example, but I mean like if you can put your track in FL Studio or like whatever DAW you're using, and you can put yours next to somebody else that you like kind of look up to, if it's
Mm-hmm.
comparable, if it sound at least sounds close, not like oh yeah, it kind of sounds close. You know what I mean? Like as
Mm-hmm.
long as you're honest with yourself and being humble with yourself, and you're like, hey, yeah, it sounds cool, or like no, like my something's wrong with my levels, like it's not close.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since some of these guys are like the top sellers online. You get close to if you're at the same quality, then it's just finding your right customer base.
Exactly. Like when you start making music that's the quality of the people that you looked up to, like and it truly is, and you have a very objective like standpoint with it, and so do your friends, and you can really both say that you are like that music piece of music is as good as like the person that you're like example Mantra, or maybe even like a he isn't the best example, but like a South Side of 808 Mafia, like, and it's like
Yeah.
but like the mixing and everything, because like his melodies and all that is not really up to discuss, but because it's loops for the most part. However,
Hmm.
the mixing and the punch and the grit and the that high quality sound is something
Yep.
to compare it to. And then like a Mantra, well, he just has such a fine note of detail on like that pop, like to make pop music, like very successful pop
Yeah.
music. Um,
Before what is it? Because it's right, or even trying to. So like we'll just say like the first couple of months, right? I was going around. I put up about 50 beats.
mm-hmm.
Cool. and then I think they were mixed to about like -6, so they weren't very loud. I was like, oh, there needs to be headroom for the rapper.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's super important, but at the same time, I learned some new mixing techniques, and so I had to go back and remix all my beats because I was like, I'm not about to have half of them be super quiet and the other half be super loud, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of took a whole day thing, went back to all the files, remixed everything, remastered everything, got it super loud. I even started redoing that. I was lucky enough that I actually had, local rappers that I could be like, hey, does this sound good? Which one do you like better?
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of learned that rappers like to listen to their music loud. Like they just want the beat to sound already pretty much finished, and all they have to do is walk into the booth, add their vocals, and be done.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's just kind of the reality of it. But at the same time, it's like you can't. The version that you sell should definitely be. It should have headroom on it, but the version they listen to should be everything that it could be.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
ability.
That's a good way to point it. Yeah, you want to sell them exactly like, yeah, this is what it's gonna sound like. I mean, like for the most part, I would argue that me personally, I'm at like a lot of producers when they make their beats like a Metro Boomin or someone like that, like an AOA Mafia, they mix it and master it to the point of like, yeah, this is like what it's gonna be, and like they're gonna leave it at that, and then they'll just send it off, and then it's usually the engineer's job at that point to kind of get some form of to like lower the volume down to then mix the vocals so like everything comes in so it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't sound all mashed up, because a lot of the times these if you work with the industry like like not industry but like what I call celebrity industry producers, you
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna get the track outs like for the most part, or they'll say, oh, I lost them. It's just, I mean, it's like, no, you didn't, but whatever. But that's how that's how it goes. But
We're seeing an interview with I think it was Young Thug's engineer,
mm-hmm,
right? And he was just like, he's like, yeah, for the most part, I mean, you're super lucky if you get the wave file, man. Like, because he's talking about like it's I mean, they just don't give him the track outs. I mean, most of the times they are just coming with like a wave file, and that's what they record to, and that's the track.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and like that's usually how almost, man. There's only been one client that's no. You know what? Two clients after I've told one client, so I actually won't count that. One client, when he came into the session, he's like, "Yeah, I got the waves." I'm like, "Wait, what?" I've worked with like walk-in clients, like clients who I've worked with like in person, probably, yeah, close to probably 25 ish, and then but like probably about like 10 regulars, 5 to 10 regulars, but like these like only one of them has ever came in with the track out. And I'm like, wow, and I'm like, that's like you really don't get the track outs
Yeah,
because
I
all
know
these.
it's not common, but the thing is like I'm just gonna go ahead and mention it because like I just like you and I both know that I just recently actually started making decent sales. I haven't been selling like for the most part I've sold more waves and track outs than I have MP3s.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me because I was like with my mentality, and I know I talk about this in the group chat a lot. It's just like you got to find fans, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
you find those true 1,000 rappers. And this is for anybody out there that's like ever questions if you can possibly make a living at selling beats online.
Mm-hmm.
Like I questioned it too. I was like, I cannot get to the same point as like Taz Taylor, Nick Amira, all the internet money. Like, there's no way, right? And I'm like, I'll just make, I'll scrape by, but I won't be able to make a career out of it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And it's like, but if you kind of flip your mindset around and look at it, it's like, okay, so I need to find within 1 year, and I have the internet as a tool.
Mm-hmm.
These different social media channels. I got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Right. I need to find 1,000 people to give me $100 each within 1 year to make $100,000.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The way I priced my beats out was $25 a piece for the MP3s.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because I know a rapper is going to need more than 4 beats in a year. Because I mean, you figure they're going to do 2 projects in a year if they're serious.
Yeah. If they're
Once every
serious.
once every yeah once every 6 months, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
got to that they're going to need at least they're probably going to get 2 beats from you. So it's already 4 right there.
Yeah.
$25 a piece, that's $100
Yeah.
bare minimum. But I'm already seeing like other people are buying like track outs and waves, so I'm like, okay, case like I mean, it's so possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it
It's
really is.
crazy.
Like, it's a growing industry. It's just I think you got to really learn a lot of people want to go in that cookie cutter stuff. Now, I guess how now then to like kind of I guess segue from this, like how do you diversify your money to make a now? I'm at the point where I make me personally, I could say I make a sustainable amount of income from music, but I also do like I definitely work way over what it technically is worth, but for like my interest's sake, it's like, you know what I mean? Like I rather I would be doing it anyways if I were not to be making like money, if that makes sense. So
Right.
it's like why so like I mean I'm gonna be doing it almost all day every day either way. But now to say, oh, because I do it all day every day, I do make enough to get by on for myself and then sustain myself. But then so I could speak on some stuff. So like, and I was also wondering how, what other ways you might also make some money through music. I mean,
Yeah, and
we don't need to talk numbers. We just need to talk
oh
about
yeah, no, no,
ways.
no. I got a whole list of methods for you because it's funny because I plan to doing a whole YouTube channel for like producers in the future, right? And like
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like another internet money, but at the same time, it's like it's not geared towards showing people necessarily like how to mix and master and how to make beats. It's more or less like, okay, this is like the internet beat maker entrepreneur channel,
Yeah.
right? Like here's some ways that you can, like you already have artists coming to you to buy beats. Well, okay, what else do artists need?
Mm-hmm.
They need mixtape covers, right? They need album covers. Okay, so what's it going to take for you to sit there and I think there's courses online for producers to learn Photoshop that teach them how to do all this stuff, right? And they're
Yeah.
pretty cheap, but it's like you'll get like GIMP is free. It's like a free version of Photoshop,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? Like if you're really strict for cast, if you're really starting to learn, you just really don't have the $30 a month to pay for Photoshop,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can go start with GIMP. You can do some there's tutorials on YouTube on how to use GIMP to make mixtape covers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you learn that skill. You make mixtape covers, but you can also do SoundCloud banners. You can also do like Instagram cover photos. You can do all kinds of stuff for artists and like what you charge them, like depending on like what you're, you can charge anybody $10 to $50 per little project, depending on your skill level,
Yeah.
and that's just another source of income. So like if you have, say I had 100 rappers come and buy my beats, just hypothetically, right? Well, because I feel like you should be thanking people, especially at the beginning stages, like just shoot them an email and be like, hey, thanks for the purchase, this, that, and the other. If you need anything else, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you can tell them, like, hey, if you need a mixtape cover, whatever, just let me know. Like, here's the prices. Here's some examples. Right? Okay. Well, because what is it? Internet marketing, or just even because I used to be a server, right? If you 30 to 40% of people take an upsell, like out of 1,000 or out of 100, something like that. I forgot the exact numbers, but like just because you offer somebody something extra,
Mm-hmm.
people will take it,
Yeah.
right? So now you get 100 sales. Well, now you get 30 or 40 extra people that say, oh yeah, I need a mixtape cover,
Yeah.
right? And you just make a mixtape cover, and that'll take you like what, an hour, 2 hours, depending on how intricate they want it and like what your skill level is, and just kind of like, you know, you don't want to show them something that's like that took you like 5 hours to do, and then you're gonna be sitting there for 5 hours for like $50. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But I mean, still, you
Exactly.
figure that out. What else? I had a whole list well beyond just making beats. If you want to be able to sustain yourself doing this.
I mean, one thing is you could learn, which most of these, most if you're making beats, you're probably you would be considered a producer, and more than likely, at some point, you're probably gonna sit down with a pair of vocals, and and some people might get interested to learn how to do vocal tracking and vocal mixing and
Oh
mastering,
yeah.
and so if that opens up a whole new window, because now you could do your vocal mixing recording. Uh, Sessions now.
Hmm.
So, and this will
I was more of,
say what?
let you finish and I'll jump back in.
Oh, and like yeah, I mean you could charge hourly or fixed rate, and like, and the thing is, more than likely you're gonna be doing like you're gonna be having more EQing and compression experience than a rapper. A rapper doesn't really need to know that. He just needs to know how to rap, be on beat, maybe sing, and have a flow. I mean that's really and have I guess bars or whatever. And right, I don't know. But besides,
Yeah, you gotta have dope. You gotta have dope bars. You gotta be able to, stay on beat for the most part. And I think what was the other thing? It was like, I mean, you gotta make you get your. They have to make people really believe and feel like what they're saying is true.
yeah, yeah, you gotta have
What
that story.
I forgot the term. What is it? I forgot what my because I had a buddy. We were talking about this because I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about starting to rap, right? Just because, um, delivery.
Yeah.
Your delivery has to be on point.
Mhm. Exactly. Um, you gotta really have like if you don't have oh, the delivery, like the punch, like if you just are super monotone, like some people, I just they there's some people out there that just don't have the voice. Like I think me personally, it would take me a lot to be able to like get one good track, whereas some people could just hop right on that microphone and it's gonna sound good just because they're naturally either whether you call it talent or just gifted in
Yeah,
recording or whatever. But figuring
yeah. No,
out,
I mean, I was. What was it? I was in the I was in the studio with yeah, come up to the studio out here, right? And I was like, okay, cool. I go there, and they had a buddy that I'd never met before,
mm-hmm,
and he was a freestyle rapper. He's never recorded a day in his life, right? He's just a freestyler,
mm-hmm,
right? And so one of the things that I kind of know from just dealing with freestyle rappers before is like they can write really good bars and they can go continuously,
yeah,
right? But they can't. That doesn't necessarily mean that they can write a song. Me
correct,
knowing that, and me being a producer, I was just we were all just kind of chilling, um, recording some stuff. The guy was like, you know what, you guys are cool because the engineer had never met me before. He's like, you guys can hang out for another extra hour, right? I don't have any other sessions or anything like that. We'll just chill.
mm-hmm,
And so I was like, you know what, I'll throw y'all a beat because I had my website up and I shot the engineer an email, sent them a beat or two.
mm-hmm,
Kind of he I was like, I want you to do the verse. The other guy that I knew that he could do the hook, I was like, yeah, I want you to do the hook just to kind of prevent him from running on.
yeah,
So, and it turned out cool. He just kind of he never recorded before. He literally didn't write anything, just off top. And I was we were all blown away. Like we're just like, dang, like he's never recorded before. He's never it doesn't know anything about microphone etiquette. Does not know how far away it is. Like, and everything came out perfect.
wow, that man, that's like one of those blessed like yeah, like some people are just like gifted at that shit. They know how to jump on that shit and then just kill it. I mean, and I love how you said like you had to prevent him from on keep on going. Yeah, dude, some
Yeah,
people when there's so many cases where I'm running the recording session, the person never recorded before, and they're jumping on the beat. I'm like, you know that's the hook part, right? Like,
yeah. You know that you know you're supposed to stop, right?
like the measure stops right there. You don't keep going, but they, yeah, and they don't realize it.
And it's not really necessarily their fault. It's just like, oh, I just because like freestyle rappers versus rappers that learn to write songs first, like it's different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
just a different skill set. I mean, we can talk about that another time. There was a couple other things I wanted to drop about producers making money too. But the other thing is, it's like I didn't bring up the recording thing because I don't. Not everybody has access to rappers. You know what I mean? And not everybody has access to being like, yeah, I can have before in my house to record. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you
So, because I
mean.
mean, that was kind of some of the things that was kind of some of the things that were a drawback for us. Is like I 3 or 4 rappers that I knew. I mean, yeah, we had plenty of other people we could get in, but it's like I didn't know any of them. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not gonna, especially since it wasn't my place at the time. It's like I'm not gonna just and bring a bunch of random strangers into my friend's grandma's house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
Yeah, I
like.
completely understand that.
But
Um,
what was the other thing? Oh, here's another thing that I just recently started doing, and it was like, yeah, I'm started doing it for like $10, but I might go up to 20 here in the future.
mhm.
Is making like Instagram music videos.
Oh yeah.
Things super simple because especially if they already got the music video done, but
Oh yeah,
the
I
guy
know.
that did it didn't know how to do it,
Mm-hmm.
There was I saw a video the other day of a guy. He basically was like, "Hey, I'm going to show you guys how to do like the little Instagram photo whatever videos, right?" And so he broke down his template and how to do it. So I mean, the info is out there, and I was like, "Yeah, I could do that." Well,
Oh yeah.
somebody just got their music video done,
Oh yeah.
not
Yeah.
really done being edited, but I had the clip. So I was like, "Hey, I'll put you a like a teaser video together."
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Just shoot me $10. It won't take me long to do. Just He's like, "Bet." Super happy with it. I got $10. It literally took me like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. I know, dude. Like I do that shit, same shit for a couple artists out in St. Louis, and like because I just know how to do this stuff, and it's even like I just chop it up, upload it, boom, and like I just charge what I do with them. It's like, hey, I'll do all this stuff for your account. Just give me this amount of give me this amount of money each month, and I'll do it. And it just, I mean, clearly depends on the workload. If they want me to upload
Yeah,
every single day, I mean, like, I can't really do that. I got like other stuff I gotta do, and like that's where like you figure out what level of like how much you want to do it for, and you do it. But like, yeah, like
yeah, exactly. It's your time is money. You have to decide how much your time is worth. You
yeah,
know.
which kind of brings me into this other thing. I got this chart from Profitable Producer course, or it was this online thing. It's free, so I'm not really giving away any paid like course information. But this
Mhm.
guy uploaded, putting it on the stream. Let me make sure it's all in the frame.
I wonder if I can.
Yeah, if you could probably just mute the stream and it will.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute it. I'll just zoom all the way at the beginning. Let's see.
But I got this sheet, and this guy pretty much goes into like the three levels. There's a beginner, intermediate, and expert, and then it comes with this price chart, and he pretty much gives you what you should be charging for your services. Um, so this is a really useful chart, I thought. Let me scroll down.
Yeah, my computer is being laggy, so I'm just gonna have to see it whenever you post the video.
Yeah. But let me see. Can I screen record? Screenshot it. Let me. But anyways, he got this the chart, and it goes recording. Uh, oh, beginner for hourly. It goes from $5 to $15.
Oh, I
Intermediate.
think I've seen this before.
Yeah, intermediate goes from 15 to 30. Experts 30 to 150 an hour. This is just for like hourly. If you were to charge hourly for a session, like mixing, whatever.
Was
Then
this in a paid course or was this a free email that you got?
it's a free email you get when you sign up for
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
monthly.
got yeah, I got this too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he got a recording thing, the mixing, the mastering, the reamping, drum editing, guitar editing, vocal pitch correction, and it tells you is it per day, is it per song, how much. In the beginner, mastering is $25 per song, and a lot of this kind of like re-evaluating my thought. I'm like, it kind of makes sense because when I'm doing mixing, I mean, I could really charge a whole lot more. It would be better if I charge per song because then it gives me more time to work on a piece of project because you're not going to want to work. I mean, unless if you're still learning and you're trying to get the ropes of things, you don't want to spend, I don't know, 5 hours doing something that you got paid like $30 to do. You
Oh
know?
yeah, exactly. No, that's like kind of like you might as well just go try and learn to make better beats. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's not a value per time exchange.
Exactly. And so, but like the expert, I'm like, it really pulls down a lot of these, like it gives you an idea of the price. And I've heard some pretty, pretty gnarly pricing at some recording studios out in L.A. I have this one friend. She has a younger sister that does like pop music and like yeah, those sessions are quite expensive. I will say
You
that.
know? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can imagine that they're pretty pricey because I know what is it? I know a guy. He was my mentor's. I wouldn't say he was necessarily a student, I guess, because I wasn't really a student either. But he was just kind of associated with my mentor.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the one that he packed up everything. He went to LA or not LA. He went to Atlanta, got affiliated with Zaytoven somehow, then now he's like going all over the country, like mixing and mastering people's records and stuff. And I know all the stuff that like happened in LA, how expensive everything was, man. Like it's crazy. But people are making good money doing this.
Oh yeah, but then you gotta run with also all of the expense of living there and all that jazz.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he doesn't live there anymore. He did that. They had a nice studio out there at one point, and then I think after a couple months, because they invited us to go out over the
Mm-hmm.
summer.
Yeah.
But before we even headed out there, they were like, okay, this is too expensive. Like they just left. So
Yeah, dude, that shit's
I
expensive.
mean, like there's all kinds of little skills that I feel like producers can learn to make a little extra money here and there because it's like it's not really good at like graphic design. Yeah, I mean you could make sell beats and do graphic design. You know what I mean? But for the most part, like I feel like these little skills, if the opportunity comes and you're at the beginning stages and you need the money to reinvest in yourself to like keep
Mm-hmm.
growing your brand, keep growing your business, like $20 goes a long way.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Especially if it was something because I mean like I think what $20 on Facebook, you do the right type of ads. I mean that's like 2,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Between 2,000 and 1,500 people because I mean Facebook ads are super
What
cheap right
for? How
now.
much you said?
I think it was for $20. I think it's under the video view campaign. So like if you make like a video, like it just like a video of you making a beat, right? It could
Mm-hmm.
be super simple. You get your phone, you put it on a tripod, you make a video of you making a beat, right?
Oh yeah.
And you learn about all this targeting that you need to do on Facebook and figure out who you need to target and like how to do that. And that's a whole separate.
Yeah,
I mean that's
now you can charge for marketing if you're good at it and you get
oh
good.
yeah, exactly. Like that's one of the things. Like I mean you can teach the rappers that I sell to do that because I don't really want to mess with that kind of stuff. I'd rather be like, hey, here's an option for you because I'm sure you probably don't know that you can go and spend $20 and reach 2,000 people.
Oh yeah, exactly. I know what you mean by that too, because I got artists that didn't know about that either. I got like for example, I got one ad. I paid $15 and it's for Instagram. Um, and now I also had text in it, so it apparently holds you back, so it doesn't reach you as
Yeah,
many
yeah. They
people.
don't Facebook and Instagram don't like text in your ads or
Yeah,
in anything that you promote.
and it still reached 2,300 people, and
Damn, for $15.
yeah.
Oh man, I might be going to Instagram now.
And then I got apparently 688 interactions. I don't know what the fuck that really means, but because I don't have 688 comments, or maybe that's likes. I don't know.
What
I
did
have
it say? 688 what?
688 interactions.
Oh, so that's like impressions. So that's just how many people like it
Well,
they saw it in their feed, but they swiped.
impressions it says 2,500.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then people that have saw it was
Maybe that
2,300.
maybe that was just the people that
I think it might.
didn't have any audio or anything. It was just an image.
There's 300 like no, it's a video.
Oh, well then yeah, that's just how many people probably watched it.
Well,
Didn't do anything
I
after
have
that.
800. Well, then it tells me 880 views. So there's 880 views on the video. It's I don't know. That's the one thing about Instagram I don't understand because they have all these different like lingo for all these different things that and it doesn't really add up yet. I'm like I don't really get it. There's probably something that will explain it, but I've yet to look into it. But yeah, it reached 2,000 or 2,300 people saw it from the promotion, and 880 people actually watched the video, which
Man,
is
that was like, and that's less than $20, bro. Like, I
yeah,
mean, that's
$15.
it's cheap now to do this. Like, you have to learn how to do it. You have to learn what to promote. I mean, you can't just be like, hey, buy my beats
Mm-hmm.
and promote that. If you're doing something in a video, like again, being creative, like marketing, making music and marketing, they're both creative arts.
Oh yeah.
The more creative you can get with your marketing, I mean, the better you're gonna be because it's like, oh, I've never seen somebody do that before. What is this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, I mean, how many videos have you seen on Instagram or even on Facebook that you're like, yo, this is cool, and you watch the whole thing through, and then you're like, oh, I need to share it with so and so.
Yeah.
That's where the
Exactly.
real power of all the social media marketing comes from. It's like, oh, yo, yeah, so and so would like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Tommy would like this. Like, I'm gonna tag such and such.
Yeah. I
At
mean,
the very end of the video, you're like, hey, tag a friend. You know, people do it just because you tell them to.
yeah. That's what it, and definitely that definitely helps getting your reach out and reaching more people. And I mean, yeah, I mean a lot of this like it ain't really that hard. Like it's just a matter of just doing the work. I mean that's a big thing. Like that's why I enjoy doing. You gotta also enjoy doing it. Everything you do because you'll never be successful. Which I guess that's actually probably a good third point is actually like make money through your music because the only way you're really gonna make money is if you enjoy the stuff because like if you get
Oh yeah, no.
so
If you're getting into it for the wrong reason, you're not going to be able. You won't have the like. It's the same thing with like a rapper getting into it for the wrong reason, right? Like if you think that like, oh yeah, in here I'm going to be driving a brand new Ferrari and like I'm gonna have girls and money and all this other stuff. Like you're getting into it for the wrong reason.
mm-hmm,
It's not good. You have to have the patience to outlast those wants and desires to be like, yo, I want to create music, a
exactly.
burning drive and passion to do this. Like, because like I contemplating quitting recently. Like,
Hmm. Why
I
is
let it
that?
go for about a wow, just because it just I was like, man, like I've made $50 in 9 months from
Yeah.
music after trying to sell it. And I'm paying for my beat player, I'm paying for my website, I'm paying for my email list. It's like, God,
Oh yeah.
no one's answering my emails and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So
dude.
it's like it's just like all these little psychological things. It's like, man, like I just have money just sweeping it out the door pretty much every month. And I'm like, man, this is getting really depressing. You know what I mean? And granted, like I don't really have too much room to talk. I mean, there's a lot of people working way harder than I am and getting no results. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean,
But I mean, but I mean, but still, it's like it's those kind of little things that people that are like, yeah, I've been doing this for, I've been making music for 3 years. Like I'm going to try to sell some beats, right? And it's like all these little factors that are like, man, for 6 months, and it's cost me like what is it? Like it's like $120 for that. So that's 120. No, is it? Yeah, it's like roughly $120 because it's $20 a month.
mm-hmm. Yeah, like I
Yes, I
that
like double check the math, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. Okay.
well like I pay yeah, dude, like if I like now if I were not to sell any if I were not to make any money in 1 month, I have a guarantee just in like my music. Now this is a fairly low number, but it's still like a number. But like in fees and just automated stuff that I guarantee have from my music production, like software and services and blah 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 and business stuff. It's a guarantee like 150 to 200 a month. I guarantee 150 at minimum. It depends if I continue paying with this for this one service. That would
Mm.
be 200, but that's a guarantee. That's not including other stuff, food, living, yada yada. This is just music stuff. It's like I was like you gotta. So it's like there has to be. I had like there you if you don't make any money in a month, like you're gonna take an L, and it definitely hurts, especially when you're paying for all this stuff, and if you're trying to come up and make it a career, like you definitely you gotta have another job like to start up for the
Oh
first
yeah.
couple years. It's literally because there's no way you're literally gonna go in the red the first. I don't know. I don't want to put a number on it because if I say like the first 2 years, some people have been working at for 8 years gonna be uh, feeling a type of way. But I'm talking more.
Oh yeah.
But like I'm talking more on like a I don't want to say professional level, but on a more serious level. Because a lot of people start out as hobbyists, and you're not doing it every day.
Yep.
But when you start doing that transition where you're doing it every single day, and now you're like, oh, I can make money from this, I can make a living off of this, and I can do something that I love, then you're gonna work a whole lot harder. And at that point, I say it's gonna take probably 2 years to never to sustain yourself. Just because a lot of people quit before it gets to the self-sustaining part because it could take from
Oh yeah.
2 to 5 years for some people, 2 to 6 years, 2 to 10 years. Just
And
depends.
I feel like I'm just kind of like I'm on that cusp of that one like transition. I've outlasted that first 9 month period, and like now it's kind of like I've made enough now that it's like, oh wow, okay, I've paid for all my expenses, right? Like I'm caught up now.
Hmm.
To this point, it's paying. It's like it's just profit. You know, so I've paid off my essentially. I've already had that Beat player paid off every month, but I mean, I've recouped all that money. I've recouped some of the money that I've spent on ads that didn't work. I've recouped some of the money that I've spent on courses and stuff that were trying to help me sell beats, which I highly recommend. Some people, like if you need to research stuff that people have bought before that have helped other people. Because I mean, I know you looked up Postman. Whenever I told you I got those Postman courses,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, everybody's saying this was a scam. Now going through those, I will say that there are some hidden gems in those,
Mm-hmm.
right? And some of it, if you really sit there and like you look at it, it's like, oh man, this was common sense, but it's like it's that common sense that you overlook.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Here's one of I'll let you know because here's another way that producers can make some extra money, right? So you gain some type of following. I mean, the type beat movement on YouTube,
Yeah.
it's great for two reasons, right? Because you can gain a following. I mean, you don't really have to do much work to gain that following. You can just post for free. You don't have to advertise straight away. You know,
Yeah.
following almost automatically just by posting a beat once, twice a week. So portion of those people are going to be producers because apparently producers are also looking at these type beats for whatever reason I don't know. But I mean, a majority of the subscribers that I have on my channel right now, which is not a lot, but I mean just enough, they're mostly producers.
Bro.
I have one video. Oh, go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt, but like you, I'm gonna forget this, but like, dude, I don't get it. Like, I make the content on Beat It AT P&P is so diverse. It's supposed to cover all grounds of music, rappers, producers. But obviously, our main demographic is producers because we cover a lot of producer stuff. Uh, However, beats and beat like videos are not really designated for producers. Not to say you guys can't watch it, but it's meant for an individual that's looking to purchase it. Now, a lot of people probably just bump beats and play beats just because they're interested and they like
Oh
music.
yeah, no, I have a lot of people that who's that? I got a buddy, the same music theory guy, right? He's on YouTube all the time. He's listening to instrumentals
Yeah.
just because he likes hip hop instrumentals. I know those people are out there.
Mm-hmm. But like, I see people commenting and like I look at their profile picture, like I just know their name. I'm like, this is a producer, and he's like, sick beat, bro. I'm like, but go be making beats. You should be go making beats and trying to make a buck. I appreciate the kind comment. I
Yeah,
appreciate
no,
the support.
I appreciate all the love too. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's like I don't understand more producers. Now I understand that like you also got to remember, it's like producers are kind of always on their computers making beats or like just on YouTube. I
With
can
yeah.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, are you really looking for like obscure Drake type beats?
Yeah.
For like a dark Travis Scott type beat? Like, what do you what like how are you finding my video? Like, I have 20 views on a video and like two of the comments are from producers. Like, how did you find this and no rappers did?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So it's just like now the other theory that I have too is like because I'm guilty of doing this too is like I'll go to other producers on bigger channels, right? Like Taz Taylor, Mantra, whoever else, right? And I'm like, okay, what are they putting out?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Right?
That's
Like,
what
are
I
they
do
putting
too.
out like because I'm like I'm keeping up with the trends now. So yeah, you just admitted to doing that too. So I'm like, it's kind of like we're kind of guilty of the same thing. So I understand it, but I'm not gonna be over here commenting and be like, oh yeah, Mantra, you totally killed that because like I know that it's not gonna, it doesn't matter. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Exactly.
Be like unless I'm gonna be like, hey, you like where do I go to get a collab or like whatever? No, like no producer's really gonna truly care. I guess you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the beginning stages, if you have something to say about like mixing,
Mm-hmm.
like hey your snare's too loud, or like just like little things like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that has more value than just being like, hey yo, I like the beat, or like, hey come sub for sub, blah blah blah,
Oh,
whatever. You know what I
dude,
mean?
sub for sub is the most lazy. Dude, are you gonna do that to 1,000 people? Like, that's the like in 1,000 subs ain't gonna even do shit. And like, are these people even gonna
Especially if they're
watch your stuff?
producers,
Yeah, are they even gonna watch your
especially if they're
stuff? Like,
producers, they're not going to come back and check you out. You know what I mean? Now, when I first started, I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting subscribers. Like they're subscribing to me, and I didn't really think. I was like, oh, this is sub for sub, even though they didn't say that, right?
mm-hmm,
I was like, hey, I sub to you, come check out me, and I was like, oh, I like your stuff, so I'll subscribe to you, right?
mm-hmm,
Well, they're not coming back and forth every week watching my videos that I post,
mm-hmm.
giving comments every week, so it's not going to help anybody. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
So, and I
exactly.
feel like the only advice or only time you should care, what about a producer's opinion on a beat, because a producer's never going to buy your beat unless they also make beats and they're a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's not gonna. But the only time you should take a producer's advice about if a beat is good or not is if it's mixed well, or if there's like little details that they could think that would be better. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Aside from that, honestly, a producer's opinion to me, because it's like they're not gonna buy it, because I just recently had beats that I were like some of the first beats that I made that I put up on BeatStars. One of those was the ones that triggered somebody to go buy 4 of my beats.
Okay, yeah.
The beats that I was like, man, this is garbage. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And it's like it was up there to kind of just, it wasn't that bad, but I mean it was like it's there to kind of fill space. It works, it's okay, it sounds decent,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't going to be one of the ones I was like, yeah, this is gonna be the one that triggers somebody to buy something. This is gonna be the breaking point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was one that I was like, man, it was, because you could tell because it was the first one in the purchase.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah.
free. And I was like, man, so they scrolled all the way down to the bottom of my page. They added that beat. And, so I was like, what? I don't understand that logic, but whatever,
So how have you what were the different ways that you sold your beats? Like
I
any
mean, for the most part, it was mostly word of mouth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, I don't remember, because I know we were talking about this, and I'll kind of like, I you said it was my strategy slash tactic that got me there. Um, for everybody that doesn't know, like I somehow magically ranked in the BeatStars charts,
Oh yeah.
right? And I don't know how it happened, because the only two things that happened was, because what was it? I uploaded 20 beats at once because I had a guy that was like, "Hey, I'm on your website. I'm buying beats," right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like my first sale of this month. That was like the ninth.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah, do you have any like hard Drake type beats?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a couple on my hard drive. I'll upload them when I get home." Right. So I
Mm-hmm.
went through and I was just like exporting everything. Right. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get everything out because I don't know what he's going to wind up wanting. You know what I mean? Because rappers are fickle sometimes. They're just like, oh, I want a Drake type beat. But then they hear like a Bryson Tiller song and they're like, oh man, I got to get that one. So
Exactly.
it's like, they're, I was just like, I threw everything up.
So yeah.
And then, I woke up the next day, I looked, and I was like, man, I'm getting a ton of likes on because I got BeatStars notifications on my email. So I was getting tons of notifications on my email. And I was like, what's going on? So I logged into BeatStars, and I'm like, I'm at the top of the charts. And I was like, what the heck happened? For
Eh,
a reason, somehow I've been getting sales every single day since then. And I don't know what it is. But the other ways that I've been advertising, like I've done the YouTube ad tactic. So like the YouTube videos and ad essentially, right?
mm-hmm.
Like, with like AdWords, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh wait, are we talking about AdWords or Facebook ads?
I'm talking about AdWords right now.
Okay. So
So like the way, I don't know, do you know about the secret little mini course that they have in on BeatStars whenever you make an account?
dude, oh, I remember seeing that, but I never made like I never saw it. Like I never watched
Oh,
it.
I watched the full 4 course. I think it was like an hour each, so it was like a 4-hour seminar, and I was like, man, I'm gonna like dive into this.
Mm-hmm.
Really, for anybody who doesn't know about that, go log into your BeatStars account. It's not like an Airbit thing. It's only on BeatStars. He did a seminar at Pyramid, and it's probably the holy grail of like getting started for anybody trying to sell beats and like build a following on YouTube, right?
So wait, where
How
is it?
you
I think you cut out when you're saying where is it on
Oh,
BeatStars?
it's and if you go to your My Media page, it's on the overview page, and it's like towards the bottom of that, and you'll see like 4 links to like YouTube videos.
Okay, okay, and they
So
and they're each an hour long.
roughly, I think.
Okay, damn,
But it's like the main thing that I got away from that is like if you go to like any mantra videos, if you go to like any Taz Taylor videos, if you see the little card in the bottom, I think it's like the bottom left,
mm-hmm.
right? And it's got like their little logo, and it's like download this beat or purchase this beat or whatever, and it's got like the link underneath it. It's one of the things that you learned in that course. So basically, you can go to Google AdWords, link up your YouTube channel, and if you don't think about your YouTube videos as just being like a video,
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it being a product that you're advertising on a platform where people want to find it,
Mm-hmm.
product for pennies of you, right? You're targeting super specific. So like we'll just as an example, right? because like this was in a course that I got too, but this is also what I learned from BeatStars, right?
Mm-hmm.
You say you make a future type beat, right?
Yeah.
And so what you do is you have and it's got some movement in it or something like that. Has like maybe like a little pop out that comes out to the side. It's like, hey, the link's in the description, right? Because some people just don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I always never got that. I knew, like, for my inclination, I've been on like like YouTube since 2006, and like I'm just so used to like certain things, but dude, I always forget there's some people just getting on YouTube, just understanding things just right now, and so they didn't even know that to go look in the description for the beat. They'll go sign into their YouTube account and leave a comment before they go check in the description. And I'm like, yo, it's like,
Yep. Well, here's a trick for that I just kind of I don't know if it's going to work or not because I haven't posted enough for it to be relevant. But
mm-hmm,
one of the things that I've been doing is like I'm putting the links in the description and I'm also putting the links in the comments because if they go to comment, they'll see like, oh hey, um, like the direct link for the beat is the first thing in the comment section, and I'm pinning that comment so it doesn't go anywhere.
yeah,
Right. So now it's like, hey, untagged download here, purchase whatever, right? And then it's like the link to my email and the link to like something else. I forgot what the other thing was that I kept in
social
there.
media.
But it's like because on a desktop, because they did an update on YouTube, they have what is it? The first three lines of your description show up, right? So if you're on a desktop computer, people can actually click on that link
Mm-hmm.
if it's the first one. And they have to scroll through all the videos at the bottom, but then because if they don't know to open the caret on the side on a mobile, they won't do that. But you'll see the comment section and you'll see that pinned comment with that link, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, back to
I think
oh
Mantra and like those guys also leave a comment down and like they pin a comment and they put a comment down in the comment section, and then they'll have like the link to as you said, like their email and then like the link to the BeatStars, and so people could purchase the stuff there. I mean, that's one thing I really should. That's a good thing I should probably start on doing as well. I mean, I just feel like
well, here's the other thing because get ready for this. So if you ever seen the card that I was talking about that slides out, right? So
we're talking
basically
about
in
the
Google
YouTube
AdWords,
cards, the
not
YouTube
not the
video
ones
card.
that are at the top, not the ones that are at the top right.
Not those. Oh,
Okay.
we're talking about the bottom, in the bottom corner.
The bottom left, right? So it's like
Yeah.
it's called a call to action,
Ah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So basically you go to Google AdWords, you set up an ad, you do all your targeting. So like I'll roughly set up an ad real quick. So like I'm going to advertise a future type beat.
Mm-hmm.
You can target either YouTube channels or certain keywords that people are searching into YouTube. So if you do the keyword route,
Mm-hmm.
then you know how ranking a video on YouTube is like the ultimate thing. That's how you get sales, and like that's just like the master plan of everybody, which is also derive people to basically buy fake views to rank essentially.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, you're for pennies a click per click, not per view, not per impression, not like whatever. It's per click. You can jump ahead of anybody who's buying fake views, and you can essentially quote unquote rank as the first thing. It's going to show up as a sponsored ad, right? As the first, but you're the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good and everything. They're going to click on your video,
Okay.
right? For like roughly a penny to 3 pennies, right? Per click. And now you have somebody who's searched in the highest ranking future type beat, like the keyword for the beat that you're advertising, you have the highest chance of converting a sale. So, I mean, imagine now, roughly, this is a gross overestimation, but I mean, roughly you can get a sale for 3 cents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can turn $1 into like 50 if you get lucky. And I'm
So,
saying get lucky because not everybody buys the first time they hear your music.
so how do you get such low click per view? I did something. I think. Well,
You know,
I
oh, you
know.
set it. I know in Google AdWords you set it that way. You
Uh.
set your click. The higher you set your what is it? It's called the
Mm-hmm.
bid, the more relevant and the more often they're going to show you because you're more willing to pay more for their clicks, right? So that's why like the guys like what is it, like Abe and Mantra and like all the guys from BeatStars, they know that if I set this to 12 cents a click, well, I'm going to beat out all the people that are paying 2 to 3 cents a click,
Mm-hmm.
right? So my mine takes more priority in Google because I'm willing to pay more.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay 12 cents a click every single time, but because you're willing to pay that much, they're going to show yours more, right? So now you're talking like a nickel to like 10 cents a click, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a lot kind of, but I mean, at the same time, it's like you're getting somebody else who's doing this. Now, I haven't seen anybody doing this lately because when I first got started selling beats, like on YouTube, like
There's a huge
9 months
wave of it.
ago,
There's a huge wave of it. I feel like at one
huge
point.
wave of, well, there was a ton of people that were doing this. What is it? The whole AdWords thing, right? Like the same thing that I'm describing. There was a
Mm-hmm.
ton of people doing it because I'd be going looking through type beats to figure out like what does a future type beat sound like, right? What does a Drake type beat sound like, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
what's something that I can kind of be like, oh, okay, that I can go this direction, but I'm going to do it my own way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I would see those ads all the time. I don't see those anymore.
No. I.
Kind of everybody's buying fake views to rank their videos,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm
That's
like, you're spending. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's going to always be people who are trying to cheat the system,
well, and the problem
but you
is
can.
the fake views also don't just they don't guarantee you to even rank. You gotta have good retention and good comments, good likes. Like
Yep.
you're gonna be probably paying more than you would just to go do it the legit way. Maybe if you really
Yep.
want promising results, if you're gonna compete in like a demographic like a free Young Thug type beat or a free Drake type beat, like holy shit, you're going up against like I
Oh,
don't know how
I don't
many
even
beats.
play free beats, man. Like you. To be honest, like I'll just give the free beats away on my email list.
Yeah.
It's like, because I mean, just because you give something away for free does not mean that you're gonna get. Because here's the other thing, I had a whole segment on like I have a whole list of topics for like that channel I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was like the three problems with like giving away free beats, right? One of those problems is that I've sat in multiple sessions in different studios, and multiple engineers do this. The beats off of YouTube because it's not they don't care. You know what I mean? It's like they don't care about the producer that made the beat, and it's like you're messing with their money. It's like, well, I'm getting paid $40 an hour to record this person. Well, they need this beat. I'll just rip the beat off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
but the thing is, like even though it says it's free, they don't know to go in the description and they can go download it for free.
yeah, dude, yeah, and what I've also seen is in some cases when the producer has I, I say smart enough in a double edged sword type of
Mm-hmm.
way with this, but if the rapper has a smart enough producer, the producer will get the beat and put it in the thing, and then he'll even go a step further, look for any loop points he could flip flop, and then pretty
Oh
much
yeah,
get rid of all of the tags. So like purchase your tracks today is now gone, and like your tag is now gone, and now he pretty much has that
that's why I use
full.
delay on all my tags.
Oh yeah, delay is the key on getting that shit out of there. I put a delay on my main one, and then my purchase your tracks today is on like so many increments out, so it's pretty much a
Yeah.
guarantee. Like it's not like there shouldn't be that many or any spots for them to like rip and copy and paste.
Oh yeah. No, I just like and I've what is it? I've talked to multiple engineers, right? And they were talking about that, and it's funny because some of them are really proud about it, right? It's like, yeah, man, I'm not worried about the tags. I could just loop it and I'll be fine. And I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
No, 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 thank you. We're about to throw hands. Like we're not gonna play with my money like that, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean? Like
like
thing with
you gotta
the thing
respect
that
the
I've learned from
producer.
Postman is like no rapper has a song without a beat. They have to have a beat.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Like
yeah.
there is no rapper without a beat. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So
The beat is very important. It should be. I don't know.
well, yeah, I mean, it's without that without that you had no song. You have an acapella.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go play an acapella in the club like that? Is not gonna move nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like the beat is what's gonna really drive it in the club. It's gonna what's probably make it. Well, I was gonna say make it popular, but I was gonna hold myself back. I mean, it can, but it can't. I mean, because a lot of people will quote clearly the lyrics, making it more. What do you say? Timeless. I mean, a beat could still be timeless, but like
Oh yeah,
If we're really,
but not as long as something like, because what is it? It's the something I don't know. If, you know, I used to do dance music before I did,
yeah, I
right?
think you mentioned that before. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I learned from Flux Pavilion is he's like the one, like the music doesn't really matter. It's like you like not only does the music have to be good, but you have to have the hook is what people remember, right? And he's one of the dubstep guys that basically does he the thing that you remember out of all his songs is his lyrics, and it's just that little short phrase. Like, what is it? One of them is like "I Can't Stop." Everybody kind of knows that song. That's in like the dance music community. The other one,
Mm-hmm.
he did a song. I think it was on "Against the Clock." The lyrics were exactly, but like I still can remember the melody. It wasn't from the song he made and the beat that he made. It was from the vocals that he laid down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That people can resonate with because you're not. How did he described it as like if you had two tracks and one had the vocals in it and one didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, did you hear that one song from so and so? It kind of sounded like whoa 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 whoa, right?
Yeah.
You know that. Oh, did you hear that one song? It's like I can't stop, and then you're like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Or like, oh no, I haven't heard it yet.
Uh huh. Yeah. It was memorable moments. Uh,
So
um. Well, we're getting we got pretty in
we kind
detail
of
regarding diversifying your money. I mean, we gave them a lot of. I feel like we discussed a lot of valuable points that like.
there was two other things I wanted to drop real quick.
Oh yeah, go.
Um, doing stuff for producers, having like a service, right? So like I know that there's plenty of producers out there that going back to like Photoshop and like GIMP or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thumbnails for other producers, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
like
Well, that's a good
5 or
idea.
10 for 50. Yeah, 5 or 10 for $50. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Another thing you could do. You can do beat videos for other producers. So I mean, if you get the After Effects and you get like the audio spectrum stuff, you can make beat videos for producers. Beat artwork for like on BeatStars. You know what I mean? Because you have to
Mm-hmm.
have something that's eye catching on BeatStars, or just like as an artwork to put in your player. And then doing drum kit covers too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
Like the.
having those, just having those services listed out on your website. You know what I mean? And at least like mentioning them whenever you do anything on YouTube or like in the comments. You know, because again, like we just kind of told you that watching your YouTube videos, right? So, or on your beat videos. So like
Mm-hmm.
just put in the comments like, hey, here's my drum kit. Hey, here's my list of my services.
Yeah.
You can you know, now so if any producers are down there and they see that, then they might click on it and they might go buy your drum kit, and then you just got another $10 to $25 sale. You know,
Yeah. Exactly. Like.
which is
Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
it's like there's just too many little ways that people can make money. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you got to, you know, this is the only way to do it forever, and you got to do so much extra work all over. I'm like, this is like kind of things are kind of like short term at the price point that I'm talking about, because it's like you have to have money to grow and invest in yourself and to promote.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Because
Because
like.
without that, you're just posting beat. I mean, you're not growing. You're not getting out in front of enough people. You know, like I had learned so far just from being the little experience I had on BeatStars is like I had, God, how many plays? We'll just say 14,000 plays roughly. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably more than that, like
Mm-hmm.
9 days. But I mean, like even out of that, like I didn't get, you know, hundreds of sales.
Mm-hmm.
Probably got probably close to like 10 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
So like at thousands of plays, one person out of 1,000 likes and buys your music, then that's you know, that's kind of just a number to like kind of shoot for. Not always true, but I mean, like if that's what the estimated thing is like, well, then you have to promote to reach 1,000 people who are interested in what you're trying to sell.
Yeah, and one of the fastest ways of reaching that people is like going out paying for ads, paying for a promo, paying for maybe even a shout out or something of that sort. It's like
Yep.
doing
Yeah, I mean, you
something.
can go to. I think you can do. I don't because I don't know about this in hip hop, but I mean, I've researched this in like other forms of marketing. You can go and do Instagram influencers and pay them like anywhere between $15 to $50 for like a 12-hour post.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is like it has to be relevant in your niche. It can't just so like if you go to a channel that's like they're like lion enthusiasts or whatever, or like dog enthusiasts or cat lovers or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that you can't sell beats there.
Oh, Yeah.
You're paying $50 to get a 12-hour post there. Like you're not gonna reach anybody who wants hip hop beats.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like you got to either find people who are kind of in that hip hop demographic that also would have rappers follow them that would even post about your music, right?
Hmm.
And other producers that have a following and be like, hey, can I give you $50 for a 12-hour post? You know, me
Hmm.
personally, I don't know. I don't know if I would do at this point now. Like, yeah, if I had the Instagram following, at the same time, it's like I probably wouldn't because I have that Instagram following.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you
'Cause
really
it's
need like a minimum of like 50,000 really to do before you can start doing like nice influencing posting because I mean that's 50,000 people. That who knows what those people are following and who knows if those are automated bots or whatever
yep.
because you don't know or like an automated just bot account or
Oh yeah,
just
you
fake
gotta do
account.
your research and you gotta check first because like you need to check all the engagement on their posts if they have that many if you're gonna pay for this because like horror stories of people paying like X amount of dollars and then it's like man this is a fake account. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh
So it's
yeah.
like that person probably made close to like two thousand just from people trying to do that.
Mhm.
And all they had to do was spend roughly $70 to get all the fake accounts on their account.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean dude like it, it's a and like but a quick way to really if you want a quick way to figure out if it's a fake account when you go to the growth chart it should be a straight line like you know what I mean like you grow so many
Mm-hmm.
but if it's a fake account it goes up like a staircase I'm gonna draw since for the people that are watching they could see
Yeah.
fake account will kind of look like that and then a real account should just grow exponentially like fairly like a straight line. Um,
I would say almost more like a curve.
yeah, a curve in the long term, but or yeah, I mean even curve in short term. It just depends how the growth occurs. If you had an exponential growth rate, like if you were popping and you were growing consistently, it would look like a straight line, not like these weird like slants up
Almost.
and down,
Yeah.
like as I said, like a staircase. Um, because that's a sign of a fake account because the essentially what's going on is you buy the followers and the followers come in like a mass amount and that mass amount comes at a very short period so it's going to look like boom go up and then like a couple hours could go by then it's going to flat out because realistically not more followers are going to come unless if you keep following it up or unless if the following account was like a drip effect where it drips like 100 every whatever. I mean, then it could.
Yeah, I what is it? I had a guy down here. He was like, "Yeah, yeah." I had a company that they offered to do fake followers or whatever for me, and I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get about 500 an hour." It was
And
like it was, you know,
yeah, like, dude, like that's and the thing is, they're not gonna buy the music, and
yes, thank you.
they're
Oh my
not gonna
God,
do
thank you.
anything. They're not gonna view the music. They're not gonna buy the music. It's literally just to look popular, and I don't know if that's really that much in the end anymore because like people are so used to understanding that they could have fake accounts like a fake
Yep.
uh like shit so I mean that's like
Well, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that because so they were watching the news. So whatever, anybody want to say anything, they can say something about that. But they were watching the news, and one of the things they were saying is like there was a thing on fake followers on Instagram, and how politicians now are buying followers because apparently that number is so valuable. And of course, like me, I never grew up really using social media so much. I'm only on it now because I have to be.
mm-hmm.
I never felt the draw of like, oh my god, I got to get 80 likes on this post. I've got to make X amount of friends. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't really care. I'd rather be in person with people and like I use social media to catch up with people. You know what I mean? Not a day to day like I'm gonna try to do this every single day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean like
So
I
because
was
like that the number on Instagram is just such a huge thing, and I'm just like I don't really care how many people follow you.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
But
reality that's
but
how
I'm
it should be.
stuck that like they're not gonna buy the music because it's like because I'm trying to do videos now for like rappers too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, okay, well, if rappers are coming to my, this is another thing too that you can diversify your income with YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, doing videos more than just posting beats. Here's one of the things. This is another thing that I learned from another mentor of mine. The video of you doing something to help rappers or help artists. Artists say it's like how to get your song on Spotify for free, as an example, right? So if
Yeah.
you know anything about SEO, how to tag everything, how to do whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? You do that properly. A video that's going to go out that's like, oh hey, like I'm pretty sure artists would like to know how to get on Spotify for free, right? Because instead of the only other alternative is paying for like TuneCore or like paying for something else. It's like $75. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Or like you pay per release.
Yeah.
Way to get on Spotify for free, that's going to attract more artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all you do is like, hey, so and so, you find a video format that works for you, record a video, be like, hey, I just want to let you know about X, Y, and Z software. It's a way to get your music on Spotify for free.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be on Spotify if you're not already. I mean, you make money from streaming, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. A couple other positives. Be like, hey guys, thanks for checking it out. By the way, the beats that you heard in the background of this video, um, I'm gonna leave the links in the description.
Yeah.
Right? So if you like them, you can go check out the full volume version of the song, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so now you're passively selling your beats, asking them to buy anything. You're just being like, hey, if you like them, go check them out. Video gets 1,000 views and you get like 20 artists to go to your page. Well, and if one of them buys it, now you just made $25 from the video, roughly. You know what I mean? And it's gonna stay up forever. Channel where you're posting your beats at. So now it's like, oh, you got other beats that are posted here, and they're gonna go check all those beats out.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I wasn't even
That's a free
thinking it.
method.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about putting the stuff on Spotify. I mean, well, I've thought about it before, but I'm like, you know what? Like, you could just use a publishing platform, publish the stuff, and you're gonna get like I've looked at the numbers. I don't know what numbers other people have been looking at, but I've been seeing Spotify numbers about like every 200 about 250 streams is about $1.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing for Spotify.
It's weird because I had a buddy. He was a quote unquote SoundCloud rapper.
Mhm.
So he still kind of is. But I was like, we were mentioning about like, yeah, like you make money. There's money apparently on Spotify. Like there's people that are making. I know artists that are making $5 grand a month just from Spotify and Apple Music streams.
Oh yeah.
You know, well, it takes a lot of work to get to that, but I mean that's $5 grand a month you don't
Well,
have to work for.
dude, I mean,
You know.
honestly, you gotta figure out the Spotify playlist. That is the key. That like the Spotify playlists will just open up the door, dude. I've known
Oh
so
yeah,
many artists that have grown to such massive followings just because of these playlist curator guys.
and that's one of the things too is like it's not just getting thrown into one of those playlists. There's Spotify has algorithms. There's all kinds of stuff we could talk about Spotify. We'll probably do that in another video. But
Yeah.
one of the things I always do for my customers, whether it's super vulgar, right? And like I've reached out to people. I have a couple other songs that are already out that are on Spotify. But I always tell people like, hey, I know the free way to get on Spotify. Go put your song on Spotify. I'll throw it in a playlist. It'll be on my website,
Mm-hmm.
right? Reasons. One, if I'm sending artists to my website, right, and they're like, oh, hey, he's got a credits list. It's a Spotify player. Okay, well, my artists are getting paid every time somebody's clicking through those just to listen to the songs.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a good. You're dropping
So
some
now,
key gems right in here.
bro, no, I got game for days. Supposedly, I'm just like the idea guy.
Yeah, dude.
Group. But like it's just well, I mean, because like I don't care if my artists make money. I want my artists to make money because they're gonna have more money to come back and spend on beats or
Yeah.
to do other stuff or to live off of, and they're gonna like it's just help grow that relationship. So it's like I don't have this money hungry nature whenever people are buying my music because it's like no, if you're seriously able to go make $1,000 from my song at the $25 level, go do it. I don't care how you do it. Go do it.
Yeah, dude.
Or you come back and you have to come back and you have to buy $100 lease dollars. Like, come on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the like? So I'd rather my artist be like, oh wow, your stuff works. Because here goes back to like why you should post YouTube videos like that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
have this influx of artists you don't have to pay. Those are essentially you make those videos, you start ranking those videos. That's your ad for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine you have 20 of those videos that are like, okay, how to get on Spotify for free, how to promote your mixtape, how to use Google AdWords to promote your music video,
Mm-hmm.
how to get extra Spotify streams using Google AdWords but not paying for ads, right? Like you remember that card trick, right?
Yeah.
I'm giving everybody here some free game that you can just put in your email list and send to your artist, right? So you make a screen capture video real quick of you basically being like, hey, I just want to show you guys like how you can upload your song on YouTube even without a music video,
Mm-hmm.
right? And how you can start getting some money or doing whatever. I know YouTube changed their stuff lately, but I mean you could still 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time is nothing,
Yeah.
right? For anybody who's serious and who's going to do this, anyway, artists need to be on YouTube anyway.
Oh.
You can tell them that hey, here's a free software. You know, you make a cover for your album cover, post the video with the audio. Is whether it's a music video or lyric video, whatever. You go to Google AdWords, you show them how essentially because you're already doing this because you're a producer, you're selling beats like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you just show them like, okay, so you go in, you make your little call to action, you link it to your Spotify, you say, hey, listen on Spotify is like the call to action. You tell them you go pause that ad, that card will stay up, you don't have to pay for anything, right? Which rappers are gonna love because they don't have to pay for anything. And now you're gonna send them to Spotify and then they're gonna make money from that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. Like that's
Like
some serious gym.
we have to do this again because I mean I got all the game for days.
Oh yeah. I mean we got. I mean we're gonna try to do this every week. Try to do a little podcast, and clearly like having you on contributes a lot for the not like the whole producer group. Anyone that watches this, I mean, this is like game that now. I mean, you could tell all these people everything they want, and it'll sound like ear porn for them. But like, it comes down to these like everyone, whether it's you, me, and the listeners, we gotta put in the work, and you gotta actually do
Oh
the
yeah.
stuff. That's like the other half. You can get told. We can, like that's the thing. We can sit here and tell the game, but it's like how much time are you going to allocate and where are your priorities at to do the certain things. Like at the end of the day, you still got to produce music. Like, so we're
Yeah.
giving you all this stuff. You got to learn how to do it. You got to study. Well, you got to study it, learn how to do it, practice it, implement it, while also creating your beats. Like it all sounds like, oh, find a Danny. Like, oh, only like a couple steps to like make great music. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, make money from your music. But it comes all the way down to this task list is one. There is actually no set number of tasks because it's different
Oh
for every
yeah. I mean
person.
you own your own business. You're working 80 hours a week.
Exactly, and like,
There is no off days.
oh no, and that's the thing. That's where when we come back to the earlier statement, you gotta enjoy the process. If you don't enjoy the process, you're never gonna you're not gonna probably ever see your return on investment for doing this amount of work because the realistic thing is you'll make your investment after you pretty much do like unless you no you'll make your investment back in some term like you will but like look at how much time you'll spend in there like it's really a draw of the lottery for some people like if you
Yeah.
some people can like it's not like a statistic outcome to really look at, but like some people do blow up fairly quick and they don't understand it and no one really understands it and it's their freaking nature. And some people just blew up and then they make a fair amount of money. Now, when you
Yep.
blow up fast, you miss um, the long earned trial and error and what's it called? Pretty
Yeah, and
much like
you're more prone to fall off because you're
exactly,
like, well, this just happened. I don't know all this. I don't even know how I could even go back to being where I was on top.
exactly. Like
You see this a lot. You see this a lot with artists that like maybe they have the one hit song because they know somebody,
mm-hmm.
right? And then you never hear from them again. Like who was that one kid? I think his name was like Silent O or something like that.
Oh, I don't even know him. I mean, shit,
You don't
we could
the
look at.
Whip and Name guy. You don't know the Whip and Name guy?
Oh, no, I mean, dude, you
Where
see,
is he
that's
at, bro? Like he had one hit song. It was on the radio for like I think a month, and then that was it,
well,
right? And I'm like, I didn't know anything about him. I don't know where he came from, and he's just gone.
dude. I mean, even like not at such an extreme case, but even Fetty Wap to some extent. I mean, like,
Oh
dude
yeah,
killed it
he didn't. Now he didn't.
at 1 year,
Who
and
was it
then
I was talking about? Oh, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say Fetty Wap killed it 1 year, like his blowout year. Now it took him a lot to get there, but right when he got there, he got all the success and all this shit, and then it all came crashing down fairly quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's still fine. He's still putting out music because the guy that I was telling you that he had the studio in L.A. He just recently worked on his album or mixtape or whatever he was doing about three to 6 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean,
So
I don't doubt he's like I know he's still making music. Shit, he had that one radio single with DJ Envy and some
he
other.
had like two. He had like two or three.
Oh well, I only heard one.
He had what is it? He had what is it? He had Trap Queen, and then he had that one
Oh,
with the Remy Boys song,
you're
and then
talking about.
he had one with the
I was talking about
which
recent. I was talking about recent music.
oh recent. Oh, I don't know anything about recent. I thought you
He's
said when
only
he
had
his
one
like his
semi.
blow up here.
Yeah, he had like one semi hit like this recent. But like, yeah, when he blew up, he had Trap Queen. Uh, what was it?
Six, seven, nine.
No, not six. It was. I know it was the one 17. No, what was it?
Yeah, it was 679. I think it
Six
was
seven.
679 was it? I think that was the one with like Remy Boys everything, Remy in my
Yeah.
cup, Remy this, Remy that. Yeah. I mean, because it's funny because we made fun of that song because it's like, yeah, man, they can't go without dropping Remy every four bars. And I was like, oh my god, it's so true. But and then he had that one song with Little Dicky about save that money or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, that was a huge song. That was huge. And Lil Dicky just used
But
rap to come up for his comedy.
yeah, but I mean, he hasn't totally 100% fallen off necessarily, but he's not as popular as he was.
Yeah.
Also, he's also in a position now where it's like, well, if he has another hit song, it won't take him as long to get it to radio. He'll be back on top. He just has to put in the work to do it again.
Mhm.
And it's like it comes down to like, okay, well, you just made all this money. Do you really feel like putting in that work again? You know what I mean? Because it's like this is just small scale, right?
Mhm.
Say I made two grand this month, right? First month I've done selling beats. A lot of people too. I don't know. Do you follow Curtis King at all?
Uh, I know. Oh, I know of him, and I know like what
Okay.
he kind of teaches. He's a pretty good guy. He got good knowledge too. He's a good source of info.
What is it? He put out a video because I was just thinking about this. I was like, man, like I wonder if people know this, right? Because it's something that I learned from like business classes that you're supposed to take 80% of what you make in
Mhm.
your business, and you only keep 20% for yourself, until you get to the point where it's making enough to perpetuate itself, right?
Exactly.
Because if you don't do that, you're quote unquote eating your growth money.
Exactly.
He essentially equated this to like why most small businesses fail, which is
Mhm.
true because it's like within the first year, oh hey, we're making all this money. I need a company car. Oh, I need to buy a bigger house. Oh, I've got all this money. Whereas like, well, you should be putting in money into your business, so that way you live below your means first, and then you could upgrade later once your business is making you like so like yeah, you're making 2 grand a month now. Okay, but now you're gonna go buy those Jordans and you're gonna go buy Omnisphere and you're gonna go buy all this stuff. Well, I mean, you could have just waited because you didn't need Omnisphere to just as an example to make the money that you had before. You know what I mean? So I mean, you can go without it longer.
Mhm.
You put
Exactly.
that $500 or for whatever it is. I don't even know. I'm not even interested in buying Omnisphere because I'm just like that's like out of my price range for right now. But it's like you take all that money that I mean that's $400. That's like 40,000 people. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? That's way $400 is way more than $400.
Oh yeah. Because there's a value behind it, and it's a little bit different when you're earning the money hard earned and you're creating the. There's no guarantee of your money when you're creating your business. That's the thing. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
not like.
there's no guarantee money that any there is no guarantee that any beat maker or producer or anything to this day be any of the top sellers. That doesn't matter. It's like there is no guarantee that you will sell another beat.
Mhm.
There is no guarantee. People could just be like, "No, I don't. I'm not feeling this anymore." Do
Exactly. I mean
you know what I
exactly.
mean? And then you just blew the $20,000 you made this year.
Mhm.
Have that as a backup to put into something else or as a backup plan. Like you're screwed. You have to start all the way over from the bottom, and it's hard at the bottom because it's like you have to work a day job to make the money to go reinvest into yourself. And now you quit your job, right? Because now you're living off your music,
Mhm.
small scale. And now it's like, okay, well, now I don't have money, so now I have to go get another job, and then I have to start this whole process over again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Other thing too is like, why? anybody who's listening to this right now, I swear this is like the most important thing you can do. And I don't utilize this yet, right? But this is another thing that I learned from BeatStars. One, always give your songs away as a free tag download because that's not going to ever hurt you. You know, it's a
Oh
tag
yeah.
download. So
Oh
if
yeah.
they're recording to a tag song, don't even stress about it. But the cool thing is like if you don't getting what is it? YouTube subscriptions, Twitter follows, SoundCloud follows. Like, don't prioritize any of those. You get their email address because then at the very least, you have the way to contact them. That you can be like, "Hey, bro, I just posted this video about how to get on Spotify for free. Check it out." In the video, you tell them to subscribe, and it's already up. So now you have your email list subscribing to your channel.
Yeah.
You're not losing anything. Oh, hey, I just released a new beat on SoundCloud. Okay, they can go follow you on SoundCloud if they want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is more powerful than just getting to do one thing and then you have to try to get a hold of them again. There's no guarantee that when you get them to follow your YouTube, they're even going to care or they're even going to get the notification.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that's what I do. Like I do the free download just to get on my emailing list, and then I also do the whenever you join, become a member at Beat It AT, you become on the mailing list whenever you're like. There's all these things just to make sure that you're gonna be on the mailing list, and it's completely free. But it's my way of keeping in touch with someone that I might have like potentially lose in contact with, and that's very important to you if you're starting a business because you want to build that list of people you can always follow up on and send information to
Yep.
and shit.
And this and again like the whole list thing because I think back to the BeatStars thing, right? Is like I've gone through days, right? And like I went and looked and I was like, man, I have over 500 people that downloaded my beat, right? And I got their email address.
Mm-hmm.
Power in this is so significant because it's like they've never been exposed to me as a person, but I know that they like my music and they like my style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are like, oh, it's a free beat, I'm gonna get the free beat, right? That's cool, I already know that. But then there's other people that are like, oh, I'm gonna download the beat, put it on my phone, I'm gonna write to it, and if I like it, I'll go buy it. And then some of them, they're just like, oh, I forget. I know that they forget, like, because they probably do this a ton. They're like, oh, I like this beat, I'm gonna download this one.
Yeah.
They downloaded 10 producers' beats in one day. You have to reach out to them again and be like, hey, man. But I mean, it's like whenever you do it, you first, you cannot constantly send people, hey, buy my beats, hey, buy my beats. That is not what your email list is for. Your email list is to build a fan base, roughly, as a producer.
Oh yeah, like you can't go out and just force money and have people give you money. You gotta like make sure you yeah, provide the value. You got to do something. Prove your worth. Like get the battle scars. Get
Yeah,
the show the.
show why you're the producer they need to spend money with instead of the other 10 that they just download a beat from.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you that if I show them how to make money from their music, and I'm the only one, I mean, like I like in the email or in the video that I send them, right? It's like, hey, I can't guarantee that all other producers are going to let you make money from their music,
Mm-hmm.
right? But as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care.
Oh yeah.
I want you to be successful. I want you to make money with my music. You know, whenever you can go put my songs up on Spotify, you can go put them on Apple Music, you can go sell X amount of copies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you how to do all this too in the future. That's the first video that they get, and that's like their first interaction to you. Then like one, they see you're a real person, and two, that's like you're gonna have a percentage of them are like, yo, bro, like this dude's really, he's real.
Oh yeah.
And then you show them how to do these things, like you're in everybody that's gonna there. I mean, you're gonna have people that unsubscribe.
Mm-hmm.
The point is like if you're already getting these people downloading your beats, right, and you're selling beats, and like because the algorithm there is a mystery to me right now. But if you figure out how to get in front of people and they're downloading your beats, people that like your style that are more likely to convert and buy your beats in the first place.
Oh yeah.
500 people that I have is so much more valuable than me running a Facebook ad blindly targeting people and being like, hey, do you want free trap beats?
Oh dude, I be seeing people creating Facebook ads just to target male, female, age 13 to 45, live in St. Louis area. That's where I'm from, St. Louis. And then
Yeah.
that's it. And I'm like, bro, you are gonna get some bad
Yeah,
response.
see, it's really bad because it's like there you can literally there's targeting for choosing rapper and like rap artists. Like that's a targeting term. you can get that specific.
Oh, you could get even more specific. Who manages a page? So if you do
Oh yeah,
artists,
yeah.
and then now you could go even a level deeper. If they manage a page, they probably are an art. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's really targeting. And if they manage a page, they may already pay money for ads. Oh, so now they might even be more likely to pay for your beats. Oh, so now
Yep.
you're real. It's like another. There's layers to it. You
Like
can't.
here's another thing. You can go into Facebook Audience Insights. So you have to have a business account to even run ads in the first place. So you can just go to Facebook dash or .business.com or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
um, and you can go and then they have a section called Audience Insights. Well, now because I saw a video right and it had like 300 views on it. I love those little videos that people put out to help people,
Mm-hmm.
but no one watches them because it's like, oh, this only has 300 views, so this can't be worth anything. I'm like, oh, I love those videos because I know that there's going to be a freaking gym in there.
Oh yeah,
You know
I
what I
do the
mean?
same exact thing.
And I found what is it? I found yeah, this is how you target rappers with money, right? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see this. And he already had Audience Insight pulled up. And so he's going in. It's like you can literally, after you get all your targeting, like I like East Coast beats, I like trap beats, like whatever your targeting is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many of these people make $50,000 to $100,000 a year? And make $300,000 to $400,000 a year,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you get that specific.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So now you're not targeting he said bums that had no money. I feel that people are in different situations at different times in life, and not everybody can rappers can't always buy a beat all the time.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand that. You know what I mean? But for the most part, like I don't think they're bums. You know what I mean? But I mean, he said that like the bums without the money, and I'm like, I know who he's talking about, but I mean, still,
Yeah.
you can target the people that are gonna have the money. You can target people who own a house ranges as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you have the best chance with targeting on Google AdWords. I think it's more or less just like traffic based. It's like who is searching for these terms, right? But on Facebook, it's like you have over 2.4 billion users every month, right? That are active. I mean, you can again, it goes back to that 1,000 true fans thing. You can find 1,000 rappers to go buy your beats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have high quality beats, if you got the money to, not even that much money too. Like I'm talking like $100, $50 to $100 a month to run on ads exponentially. You know, especially at the beginning stages.
Yeah. Exactly.
You just have the only thing is you have to learn your targeting and you have to have all the systems in place to where it's like if you're going to run an ad, you're going to send something to somebody somewhere. You need to be able to get their email. You got to get some way to contact them again. You didn't because like if you get a lead versus just getting somebody to go check out your beats and they didn't buy anything and then they just left.
Mm-hmm.
That was wasted money. But if you get their email address, you can at least contact them again.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, and again, like you make sure you have your Google Analytics and your Facebook Pixel installed on your Beat Player or your website whenever you're doing your Beat Player because you can at least retarget people that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, because I remember seeing an interview with DJ Payne 1 and Curtis King the other day about how some of the top sellers were selling their beats, and he was saying like, yeah, it's like most of them are doing retargeting lists, right? So people who have gone to their Beat Player and played their beats, right, and then they just retarget them again on Google or on Facebook.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's so many tools out there for like targeting your audience and getting your product out there. It just takes a little bit of time for people to research, invest a little bit of money, and just a little bit of trial and error. And then, dude, if you just do that, you'll get the hang of it eventually. And when you get the hang of it, you'll definitely be able to start making some money and get some growth.
Yep.
I think we went through a lot. Like we got a lot of shit through, and I think we should save definitely
Oh yeah,
do
I
another.
definitely think we should do this another time and save some of the other gyms to keep people coming back. Because I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
if they sat through and watched all of this and listened to all of us just kind of rambling on and even rabbit trailing back and forth, but I mean, there's gems in here. So
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna chop this baby up. I'll probably chop this up in a couple of videos since we went so in detail and so long with it. So I'm gonna definitely. I think a lot of people are definitely gonna get the information. They'll definitely get the point across for on how like at this point like all the information's out there. It's up to them.
yeah,
So.
Oh yeah, no, like I've honestly, I'm a student of YouTube University. I've learned literally everything from making a beat to marketing my beat from YouTube. So like all the info's out there.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, thank you for joining me on like the second podcast. It was super experimental, but I think it turned out super well. If you also want to send any beats to play, I mean, you're in the Discord already, so I mean, just submit it in the music and beat submission, and I'll play it. And also for everyone else that's still watching and will watch this when it goes live, all of Hit Play's micro drum kits are also available at beatat.com. If you guys want to get his awesome drum kits, I was using it in the beat earlier today. It was like one of the second, I think it was the second beat that I was using.
Oh, is that what they were saying whenever you were out? Because
Yeah.
I came in and I saw the comment and they were like, "What drum kit is that?" And I was like, "Oh, is he using one of my kits?" And it was like this guy.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was using that because I was like wanting a certain like punch through it, and your kit's definitely like I don't feel like I have to do a whole bunch of EQing and compression. It saves me a little bit of time. Honestly, I should be using your kits for the Beat the Clock challenge because that shit, like they're already so like punchy and like they go right through the mix. I don't have to do too much work to get that level.
Bro, just
Uh,
wait till I get my what is it? Wait till I get my Got Bass Volume 1 pack done.
mm-hmm,
That's gonna be like I already went through all my beats, right? Because I was like, part of me is being lazy, and I'm just going back to my beats already, and I'm just being like, okay, hey, I don't want to remake the 808, and I don't want to throw a bunch of 808s and like retune and like do all this other stuff, right?
mm-hmm,
So I was like, what songs do I have that I was like, I did the most unique processing,
mm-hmm.
something completely and totally different, right? And so I went through like 100 something beats, and I was like, hey, all right, so I made a list of like all the 808s, all the synth basses, like everything that I wanted, and I'm gonna make like a custom pack of like some long 808s, some shorter 808s, and stuff like that. But they're all like, I know you. Do you remember the beat that I did, Comeback? Right? Like I know you just like randomly messaged me one day, and you're like, "Bro, this beat goes hard."
I
Like
think
in the group
so.
chat.
Yeah.
That 808, I forgot what I did. I ran it through like a bass amp plugin, right? And it got rid of like the top end, but it made it like that low growly distortion thing. And like I've been wanting that 808 in my drum kits, right? Or like just to have so I can just like reuse it without, because like I did it in Studio One,
Mm-hmm.
open up Studio One and get that processing on an 808 and then throw it back into my project, right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna do that again and throw that as an 808 so I could just constantly use it
Mm-hmm.
in a
Yeah.
like custom pack basically.
That's dope.
That 808 pack and like synth bass and like think I'm gonna throw some like bass guitar samples in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be custom dope samples that you're not literally not gonna be getting anywhere else. Because again, I got that dance music stuff behind me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like sound design, like bass sound design,
Yeah.
got that unlocked.
Oh yeah.
So
All right, man. I appreciate you joining and spreading all the knowledge. I'll definitely be chatting with you through the group me and such tonight and such. And also, if, as I said earlier, if you want some music for the submission that we'll play through live stream, feel free to do so.
all right, cool. I might send in one or two, but I might just actually go to bed because it's kind of late here. Oh, it's already midnight. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed because I got work in the morning.
I feel
So
you on
I'll
that.
catch you. I'll be more prepared for the next one though.
All right, for sure, man. It all went good this time.
It'll go good forever, man.
Oh yeah,
We
for
got
sure.
this.
All right, man.
All right.
See ya. All right, so we are good. My buddy Roy come in since he's been waiting outside. You can come in. We're gonna go through your submissions now, guys. How about that? What about that? So I'm gonna close this document. Run this ad. That was a good little live session, right? A little, not live session, but a little discussion. Da. What up, what up? How we doing? Just got off the call. We're still live. We're going to go. And I had people submitting music in the Discord for us to play through. And I think most people kind of know that they know the spiel that if it's shit, it's shit.
Yeah.
And if it's heat, it's heat. So
let's get it.
We're gonna have to mute the microphone whenever we play. Cause I'm gonna play through the speakers. Ooh. Oh, dude, I was lit on a live stream the other day. Oh, dude, today. It was today from like midnight last night up till like 7 in the morning, bro. I was going ham on the live stream. I got drunk. I got wasted. My drunk ass started doing so much dumb shit. Oh my god, but it was fun. I had to take the videos down from YouTube. YouTube flagged it as not suitable for advertisers. If it gives you any idea. I want to figure out how I could get you. I guess we'll be fine.
Yeah, fuck it.
Because I got the camera right here. But, yeah, guys, we're gonna go through your music. Shout out everyone here turning up. Thanks, man. Hit some. All right, we're gonna go through and play the music now. I guess. Part 4 of 4, playing music and beats. The comments a lot. Most of the people that are live right now were live for last night, I believe. I don't remember fully, but I remember slightly.
Cancer viewers.
Oh, dude, they were fully.
They saw the full Beat It AT. The real Beat It AT.
The real Beat It AT came out last night. Alright, let's pull up this Discord and go through the submissions. Alright, so the first submission from ATL Baby.
Oh shit.
You remember him, right?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna play the music through. Oh. That's coming through my wrong input. Cable. Alright, let me double check. There's my mouse. Oh, did I just break my mouse? Bear with me, guys. I just fucked up my input. Dun. Give me a second. Webcam disconnected. We're fixing this. Slight little deactivate, activate, deactivate, activate. There we go. We're back. Alright, saturation, turn me down. Black and white. That's how I like it. Alright, so we're gonna play ATL Babies. Yeah, sorry. I hit a cable and it knocked it out. ATL Baby. This is your Atlanta Baby. Thoughts so far?
It ain't bad, honestly. I was vibing with it. Shit.
Yeah, it ain't bad. Yeah, let's keep playing. What do you think?
I fucked with that one.
You like it?
I fucked with that one.
I think it definitely sounds like a Future and Lil Uzi Vert type beat. I don't think it should be called Southside though. It shouldn't be a Southside type beat. I think the only part about it I would say would be like maybe a little bit mixing, but like the instrumentation was a little bit different. I kind of fuck with it. What's the chat saying? What's the chat gang saying? Oh shit, me. That shit slaps. Thanks. Never mind. What happened to the webcam? We already talked about that. All right. Yeah, that.
Sleep on ATL.
Yeah, ATL. You've been consistent with usually dropping some fire. All right. Next one is Young Diablo. So, SoundCloud, the SoundCloud.
Oh please, I love it. It's my home.
You sleep in SoundCloud.
SoundCloud is my world, baby.
I'm always alone, can't pick up the phone. I'm always alone, can't pick up the phone. Demons in
Alright, so it's actually a song, but we're going to continue playing.
my home, the screaming ain't gone. She just trying to hug me, she just trying to love me. The darkness seeps in, demons creeping.
If I came across the song, I already would have skipped it. Just being honest.
Yeah. Work on the mixing and mastering, maybe the tracking. I'd say, dude, don't sleep on the mixing and mastering. You really got to invest in that shit. Like, it's way worse to have a bad sounding track than to go and, like, okay, let me put it like this. If it costs $150 to make your track sound 20 times better, that's totally worth it. Like, even though you may not make $150 off that song, it is so much more worth it. So you gotta definitely study the mixing and mastering. Like, the mixing and mastering is very vital. I'm gonna go ahead and continue playing it.
way up, can't wake up, I'm way up, can't wake up. Skeletons on me, they holding me down. Can't get out of my sleep, I might just drown. I'm whipping around town, trying to hide my frown. This chick like my style, she all on me, wow. I need space now, can't breathe, I'm out. Can't breathe, I'm out. Pouring out, so much fear.
I think it just needs to be mixed and mastered, and like maybe like more. It sounds like you're just starting, and nothing's wrong with that. Everyone starts. I feel like everyone starts somewhere. Keep it up, but really focus on like getting that production right. Like you can't sleep on that. You can't sleep on the production. So thanks for the feedback. Ain't nobody want to tell me that. The vocals need to sit on the beat. I don't think the hi-hats are good to rap on and master it better, but the vocals kind of whack.
Yeah, the vocals are kind of whack.
Can't shout, all my tears ran out, my motions in drought.
The beat ain't horrible. Well, it's not bad at all. I mean, the beat ain't bad. I think just the whole mixing will do a whole lot for it. No, yeah, and that's the thing. You said thanks for the feedback. Ain't nobody want to tell me that. No, yeah, not a lot of people want to be real with you. That's a fact. No one, because they feel like them being real with you will hurt your feelings and make you stop. Well, if you stop because someone was being real with you, then this industry is not cut out for you. Straight up. Like, you're going to get a lot of rejection, you're going to hear a lot of shit talking, and you just got to get thick skin. What would help you is if someone's real with you, and if it's bad music, they tell you, hey, this is bad music. If it's good, they tell you, yo, this is good, I like this. You don't want to get stuck in that habit, though, where you send something to someone, like, is it good? Or what? I don't know if there's... Like, you don't want to give them too much explanation, because then they're going to create some scenario like, oh, they think something's wrong with this, so maybe if you change this, and they'll just create a scenario like on what you should change. But point being is, giving you feedback that could help you. Definitely mix, definitely master, definitely have your vocals sit with the beat. Focus on like I don't want to assume. But how'd you record your vocals? I want to say it was between Audacity and FL Studio. Since you make beats, I feel like you would do FL Studio. But I've seen people make the beats in FL and then they record in Audacity for whatever reason. Excuse me. But all right, continuing on. I feel like that's some good feedback. All right, keep trill. Bear with me 1 second. All right, the mic is still on. Cool. You use FL Studio to record. Thanks for the feedback. Ain't no one time I don't. Them tracks gonna be ass. Oh lord, they were older than this. FL Studio, all love on this channel. No, okay. All right. Play. Keep trill. Let's see what beat this is. Ooh. This is pretty fire. I fuck with this. Sounds like you also know how to structure it.
Mario on the track.
Oh my. Mario on the track. That was way too loud, bro. That caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, what? Alright, so that's enough of that one. That was pretty fire. Young Diablo. He sent another one. Let's play it. We got more and more and more to play. Okay. So, is this another rap track? Guess we'll find out. Fuck How You Feel by Franco Squad on SoundCloud.
Fuck how you feel, I'ma keep it real. Opinions don't matter over here. My like man is steel, so it's just fuck how you feel. I'ma keep it real, been dodging all the doubt. Got emotions all in a drought. So fuck how you feel, I'ma keep it real. Me and my niggas in the fields, running all them drills, keeping still. Make a pick.
Alright, so what do we want to say about this one?
I'm just not fucking with this artist. I know we're not supposed to focus on the artist and the song, but we're supposed to focus on the beat.
Well, he produced the beat, and I think he is a rapper.
The rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, the rap. Oh, this is the rap.
It's the same guy.
Okay,
I think guy. And so, dude, it's just coming down. Well, the thing is like I could picture. By the time you do the EQing, you do the compression, you maybe do an auto-tune for this one. Something about this beat, it was out of key. This ain't the one. The other one was better than this one.
I'd agree with that.
But given how much critique we gave about the last one, I feel like that should explain like how we feel about this one. But like, it's definitely sounding like... I'm telling you, it may be better just to go make your beat, go to a local studio. If you got a studio, record there, see how it turns out. Then you make your executive decision. Like, okay, so this is what I sound like at maximum quality, or like near maximum quality. Maybe go to like, or maybe hit me up via email. Hire me to do your mixing and mastering. I'll try to make this stuff a whole lot. I'll try my best to make it as best as it possibly is, given what you send me. And that should dictate, okay, maybe I should change up this, and this. You got to keep it 100. like I don't want to say compare your stuff. Don't compare your stuff because it could set unrealistic expectations. But like let's say like you do a Lil Uzi type track. Well, get a Lil Uzi song and kind of see like, is it like catchy? Kind of like it. I'm not saying copy the flow, copy anything. I'm just saying, is it as if you played them back to back? Would you have to explain to someone, oh, I'm a beginner, blah, 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 blah? Like, do you have to create excuses for them to, like, rationalize and like your music? Or do you have to, or can you play it and they'll be like, yeah, this is fire? That's what I'm trying to get at. I mean,
Pretty good.
like, when I have another. I rap over all my beats. I would do something else with that 808. That felt, put flames in Mario interrupted me. I fuck with this. If you have bars, right, and you can go to pay for 2 hours and then you're good. Alright, continuing to the next one. Young Diablo, he sent another one. I'll play it for a second. It's the same guy. Same. This beat's better than the last one.
I woke up like, ayy, the sun up today. We turned up, ayy, the top off, ayy. We hopped out like, ayy, she headed this way. Hold up, ayy, yeah, ayy. I woke up like, ayy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that could be like a meme rap, like in a good way. Like that could, like, in a weird way, if you made like a funny Vine video or some shit to that, you could get like
Just a 30-second video.
Yeah, 30-second.
Just for like the chorus.
Dude, I feel like you could. There might be something there with this one, but like not like as in like a radio song type of way, but like in an internet, like you could probably get a quick like 20,000 followers if you made a funny enough clip with this. Like it would like I'm gonna continue playing it because I'm actually kind of interested now.
The sun up today, I feel good, ayy. I look good, ayy. We so blessed, ayy. Yeah, ayy, huh, ayy. Ayy, I woke up today like the sun up, okay. Phone buzzing all day, ayy, buzzing all day. Homie pull up with top off, we skirt off, okay, skirt. Skirt off like, ayy.
I could see like it going on like Twitter and like going in like the DJ Academics comment threads where people get all those gifs.
Oh, with that one guy that goes.
Well, not
Oh.
dude. That guy's spam and all this. But I'm talking about like when you go in there and you see those weird SoundCloud rappers and they do those GIF like things and they say click this and it's like their song over like a GIF collection of. I think you could do that to this and it would be like actually kind of popping. I'm curious what other people are saying. Like this, that's a lit idea. Yeah, make someone in the video and then put the song in the background. It's I already know. Then you see you can have a better. Fuck with this beat, real talk. I think he was like saying like this is. He was saying this is gonna be trash, and I'm like this might be the one. Like if you do something right with this, like there's something about this like that's. The second one that you sent was the worst one for sure, but this one like, yeah, dude, like you could do something with this. I feel like if you
could easily catch on to it.
like like it kinda, dude.
We whipping on I-5, bass bump when we.
I wanna go back.
She headed this way. Hold up, ayy, yeah, ayy. I woke up like, ayy, the sun up today. I feel good, ayy. I look good, ayy. We so blessed, ayy.
Say like you just like, or be actually sing it. So I mean, it's a good idea to do that.
Yeah, dude.
It wouldn't hurt.
Honestly, this is what I'll do. This is what you should do. Make a funny video with it, like literally, like a funny video. It could be like a meme video, or maybe just do the GIF video. Boost it on Instagram. Put like $25 and let it run, and have like your page kind of set up around this meme. But also be ready for the next one. I honestly think you could like dude, like I think I could be wrong, but like it's worth a try. Honestly. With this one. Then all the other ones I'd say re-record, get a mixing done. So I'm gonna continue. ATL Baby. Another clip sound.
He's saying that Fuck How You Feel almost got 200 plays on it. The second song that we listened to.
Well.
He said that had like almost 200 plays.
Oh well.
Yeah.
That's not worth it. I mean, like you should that third one is the one you should do. Like that second one, I wasn't feeling it at all. I kind of already forgot what it sounded like. But the first one, that one had potential. I mean, maybe re-record and get the second one mixed and mastered. I don't know. But that third one, I don't know why you're calling that one trash. I think that one has a very, like, that's interesting. That had a very interesting potential. All right, so here's ATL Baby, Danny Kaiko. So collab beat, I guess.
Atlanta, baby.
Always sounds like some RuneScape sounds in there. That bassoon almost sounds. Send me this beat. I actually just like legitimately fuck with this beat. How do I save this? I don't know. I don't want to use clip it. But continuing, that was a dope beat. I fucked with that. High key.
Damn, bro.
ATL for 2 with me. All right, another clip at ATL Baby. You sound a fair amount, but that's fine. Jug King.
Atlanta, baby.
Atlanta, baby. Alright, ATL Baby. Same thing. ATL Baby, Atlanta, baby. That tag is phenomenal. Okay, so continuing on. Next one.
Atlanta, baby.
gotta keep the fire emoji in a balance. It's solid. All right, so now Warhol. Yo, I think Warhol's from St. Louis. Could you Google Warhol rapper and see if he's from St. Louis? Because I think he works with Matty Woods. It's War and then War Holl. Holl, all one word. War, like WARHOLL. I have no idea.
The fuck?
Warhol.
Oh, Warhol.
Can't remember if he's actually from St. Louis, but he works with Matty Woods. I know Matty Woods. I'm damn near positive he works with Matty Woods.
Fucking pulling up Andy Warhol. I don't give a shit about this artist.
Atlanta, baby.
I might have an artist that these beats would actually benefit, because this sounds like all the shit that Matty Woods was rap on. I know him like kind of personally. Not like super personal, but like I could get in touch with him fairly easy. Did you find any information on Warhol? Type in rapper right after it.
We got Traveler, bitch.
You like this beat? Buy it, nigga.
Okay, Warhol's from Chicago, so it's pretty close to St.
Atlanta, baby. We got Traveler, bitch.
I fuck with these beats. I'm gonna definitely vibe out to these later. Yeah, on a real note, I don't want to say reference your beat, but like I might make a couple beats like that. So when you see me uploading beats that sound similar, just know I'm telling you up front, I might do that. But I ain't gonna jack it. Well, I'm definitely gonna. I like that SoundCloud. I don't do that SoundCloud rap type shit. I'll hit my email up. I think you got my email, AT baby. We'll just chat it up. Chat something up. Well, we'll work something out. So that was all the submissions we got. I guess what I'm gonna do now. I think you guys might have heard all the other music before that I played, but I'm gonna play some more music. I want to hear what you guys think. So, because I played all y'all stuff. I just hit your Discord. Wait, what about hitting my Discord? Did you submit another one? No, you didn't. Okay. So I'm gonna go play some new stuff. I'm gonna play this. I made this beat. Nah, I ain't gonna play this one. Fuck that one. Here. This is the one beat I was sending you.
Is it finished, that EDM one?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Like, I'm pretty like.
The one that
Summer
you sent
Bob.
me, Charlie, or the new one you were
The
working
new
on?
one. The new one I was working on.
Beat it AT, what up? Beat it AT, what up?
So that's pretty much it. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about it. What do you think?
That was wavy as fuck, honestly.
You don't? Do you think it's missing anything, or it's
I mean, I would have to listen to it
like a couple of times? So.
a couple of times until something comes out, but it definitely gave me like a one dance Drake type vibe, or at least like bounce to it.
Yeah, I feel like it had a little bit more of a happier vibe than like a one dance, but
I would give it that.
a little bit like that. I called it Summer Bop. It was a little bit faster than one dance as well, but not by much. This is a little. I guess I'll play this one since it's different. This was made in the live stream last night, so I apologize for anyone that might have already heard it or got sick of it. But yeah, it's a little bit different. It's gonna be classified as study music.
See those little black boxes? They're called telephones. I'm gonna let you on a little secret about these telephones. They're not gonna dial themselves, okay? Without you, they're just worthless hunks of plastic. Like a loaded M16 without a trigger ready to pull the trigger. In the case of the telephone, it's like a leech. And then you. My killers. My killers will not take no for an answer. Will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
It's like contrasting, like. But that's pretty much it. It's just like a loop and it just goes on. It's like supposed to be like some
I can see that shit on those like 24-hour R&B beats.
like lo-fi yeah, it's supposed to be like that lo-fi homework music, like study. You've heard this one, so but I don't think they've heard it. So I'm kind of curious on their thoughts. Still curious on your thoughts playing it through this system, but I'm still working on this one, but curious on your thoughts for this one. That's what I'm gonna play. There's like one other part that kind of changes up, but it's not really worth playing all the way through. And ATL Baby says this can be in a movie. Maybe if it got tweaked up a bit. I definitely think it's pretty bare, like as right now. What's that?
I have a mission for ATL Baby or any of your followers or streamers on right now.
What? Well, this video will also go live, like on the YouTube channel after, so people will watch it then. I
need someone to make a beat sampling this song. I already sent you. I sent you the song.
Oh, I feel like
to sample.
Here, play. So
it's like an 80 synth. It's called
Synthwave.
like. Oh, bro, I'm saying you can make a dope song using this sample.
Oh, Stranger Things.
Or they got this. Like do something like it, either there or like there's one at the 2-minute mark where it changes again, like the.
Oh yeah. That'd be fire.
Especially with like, oh man, I feel like someone could do some crazy shit with that.
That'd be fire. ATL baby, you wanna hop on that beat?
I'm telling you.
You wanna hop on that beat? I might. We might have to talk about that in the Discord. I might be down. I might be down to do something. Because I don't know what the fuck I want to do with that beat. So I'm gonna play a couple songs. You guys probably heard these songs, but I'm gonna play this one song. I'm gonna play 3 songs. This one and 2 others, and then we're gonna wrap up this live stream because this went way longer than what I was intending, and we're up like probably like 3-4 hours of stream, which I was intending to do much less, but you know, it is what it is. I appreciate those I've still been on. We didn't have that many people on today, but I think Saturday night was not the best night, but it is what it is. All the videos will go up live later. Here's a remix that I'm still working on, but it's by What's Up Wody.
All she know is gang gang. 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 She gon' fall in love when she with the gang. Nigga know what's up when I'm with the gang. That bitch tryna fuck cause I'm with the gang. She gon' fall in love when she with the gang. All she know is gang gang. All she know is gang gang. All she know is gang gang. Yeah. All she know is gang gang.
She gon' know what's up when she hear my name. He gon' wanna duck cause he know he lame. She so awestruck and I'm to blame. I'm gon' run it up and they never change. I've been thinking lately about Mercedes and your lady. She playing, she misbehaving, you OD hating. Was never at practice, now we different tax brackets. Being broke's a bad habit, why the fuck you back at it? I don't give a fuck what I became. I went from the court to the Hall of Fame.
You gon' fall in love when she with the gang. Nigga know what's up when I'm with the gang. That bitch tryna fuck.
Thoughts?
I fucked with it.
You fucked with it?
I liked Wody's part.
You did?
I fucked with Wody's part.
I played it last night, and one person said they did not fuck with the verse, which would be Woody's part. I did not like originally produce this beat, so I'm not gonna take credit for that. But I remade the verse, which is where.
Wrong. This definitely isn't his better verses.
Mm-hmm.
Like he definitely had some like the one in oh fuck, what was this? What was that one song called? When we talked about
Was it just by himself or was it a feature?
No, it was just by himself.
Mean.
Mean.
Snake on my jeans. Oh. That song. Yeah, dude. That snake on my that hook gets stuck in my head easily. Get the snake on my jeans. Snake in my jeans. I thought you don't fuck with plug beats. No, I didn't. As I said, I didn't originally make it. I had to remake it for Wody to hop on since the instrumental was not ever like officially released. I'm gonna play 2 more songs and then we're gonna call it a wrap. Oh, I got a good song we can play. This song is not done, and hopefully it doesn't like sound too garbage. So bear with me. Ooh, what is this? Why is this called that? Bear with. There's a couple old rough or unfinished DOB. What's
So acrobatic, I'm not one for the dramatic.
Okay, you know what? I figured out which 2 I'm gonna play. This one isn't done either. Let me know if this should be finished. Let me know if it's trash. Let me know if it's fire. Let me know if it's something you put on the back burner. We'll play it.
Like a chef.
5-figure drug addict, run up on me, I love static. Money looks so acrobatic, I'm not one for the dramatics. Courtside and I'm on Adderall, they doubted me, I laugh it off. Love from Houston, Chris Paul, forget her name, it lived off. Names I can't pronounce is what I look my best in. I drink the same color as what Cameron dressed in. It don't make no sense, no, I hop up in the Benz, whoa, bitch you off a show, bitch you cannot glow. I make the girl panic, protect Philippe and Xanax, Louboutins with spinach, this plane ain't never landing. I pull up to the entrance, I can barely finish a sentence. Two twins see the resemblance, they addicted to my presence.
Bitch, I'm road. Bitch, I'm road.
That's where we need to work on the chorus. That chorus is like, we don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with it. We can't figure out the right chorus. But yeah, I did all these beats. I do the mixing, mastering, and mostly I do all the mixing, mastering, and then I do a lot of the producing of the beat making. Usually me and Wody always collab. But yeah, I do all these vocals I've done. But that song was not done. All right, and then I got one more. Then we're gonna call this session, this live stream, a wrap. Let me figure out. I got a couple of these songs and they're not what I think they are. So give me a second. Bear with Alright, I guess I'll play this one. I wasn't going to play it. I can't find the other one. So, we only got a chorus, so I'm only going to play the chorus part. Let me know what you guys think about it.
Ultimate hype.
You like this one?
Ultimate hype.
I don't know why we didn't finish recording this one. I think this one's fire too, but let me know what you guys think about this one. I also do engineer beats and engineer all that stuff. I like to do beat packages for engineering beats, to answer your question. So you don't pay just for one beat to be mixed. I can do that, but it's better just to pay for like a bundle. But as I digress.
I made a sing, y'all. Believe me, got 2 rings, y'all. And I need a 3P. Never longer than a night, she ain't teasing. Her plus all her friends, y'all. That's a weekend. I made a sing, y'all. Believe me, got 2 rings, y'all. And I need a 3P. Never longer than a night, she ain't teasing. Her plus all her friends, y'all. That's a weekend.
And that's all it is, because I only got the chorus. Well, Wody only laid down the chorus so far, but what do you guys think about that? We're pretty much done. I don't really think there's really much more point to. Well, I mean, there is a point to go over more stuff, but we're pretty long into the stream. I fuck with this song though; it's hard. Thanks, Atlanta baby.
His voice works with that beat.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if that was completed, if that song, I feel like this would be one of his top 3 songs.
Damn, one of his top 3 songs.
It just his voice, just the way it's mixing and mastering, it's so well with the vibe of the beat and the vibe you're trying to get off with it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's why I was kind of upset, like why him and I didn't finish that song while he was in town, like this week. Like we only did that remix. That was the only thing we did the whole week while he was here. But it is what it is.
I would tell What's Up Woody to jump back on that beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because first time I heard that shit, I was buzzing. Oh, bro.
Dude, I think that, dude. Yeah, because me and Wody grew up, and so like I understand whenever he comes on a track, I know exactly what he wants. I've learned like what's up, Wody was like one of my close. Well, he still, I don't know why I say was. He still is one of my closest friends. Definitely one of the closest. But so with that being said, I understand like what our goal is every time when we do a song. I mean, it go together like peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching the stream. I think it's about time we call it a wrap. This has been a very long stream. So, I think we're done, and thank you for everyone watching. And all of these videos will be up later. And if you guys want any of the drum kits we used early on, all at beatat.com. Adios, and appreciate y'all for watching.